Test. Okay, I think... Oh, okay, maybe it has begun. I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see what happens. I've been live for 11 seconds, I think. Okay, it's starting to show through. I'm gonna talk in a like quiet voice because it's late and I also don't have any energy. But I guess you can read the title and see. Oh, hey, people are showing up. Hello, people. It's currently 12:30 past midnight here. I should say hi to people's names. BZ Alt, Spatial Ruby, Leon Cheng Shin, Behe, Meili, Risco. Okay, anyway, there's really no goal in this live stream. I'm just gonna fold some origami with this paper. And my goal is to make... Oh, why am I so loud? Maybe a little quieter. Okay. Oh, hi, Mr. Twister. Yeah, don't expect anything from me. So I'm gonna... My goal is to fold a dodecahedron. And I'll try to, like, respond to chat. Yeah, this is not on Humany, and I have reasons for choosing that. This is what a dodecahedron looks like. Shoot. It's hard to draw three-dimensional shapes on a two-dimensional thing. Yeah, anyway, the reason I decided to start this stream... By the way, I hope you can hear my voice, because, like, usually when I stream I, like, raise my voice really loud, but it's nighttime. I don't want to. So I think this is what a dodecahedron looks like. And I might have missed a few pentagons. Wait, there's only 9 pentagons here. There should be 12 pentagons, and I'm going to fold one today. Okay, so let me just type it over here on Notepad. On the side, I have this clever little thing set up. Okay. So let me just update this. What we're trying to do. Fold a dodecahedron. Oh, it's 9:30 for you, not Bart. CET. What time zone is that? I'm not quite sure. But it's cool to see that for people around the world. So a dodecahedron takes 12 pentagons. Each pentagon here will be folded with a... I'm doing 4.5 inches by 6.0 inches paper. And I cut these with a paper... Focus, please. With a paper cutter before I got on stream. Maybe I can get like a ring light or something to get... Oh, I have a ring light right here. Oh my god, I can actually use this. Central Europe. Oh, yeah, that's true. It should be like early morning for Central Europe. Oh, that is bright. Okay. How can I situate this like above me? I could just hold it. No, that's weird. Oh, this is smart. Okay, this is smart. Okay, hello from Sweden, Millicent. Okay, cool. So, I'm just gonna get started, and I'm not gonna explain what I'm doing because I want it to just be kind of like therapeutic. But I don't know. The reason why I felt the urge to start this stream was kind of because I felt like I was seeing a lot of frustrating or stupid things people were doing online, and it's like sometimes when you encounter that, like you search for more stuff in the hopes that as you dig deeper you'll find the sane people to counteract the stupidity and like make you feel like you have faith in humanity again. But then as you keep searching deeper, if it's just more stupidity going all the way down, it's like it just makes you more and more, I don't know, dismayed. And eventually I was like, if I keep just doing this, then I'm not gonna have a good mood when I go to bed tonight. So I decided, if I stream, then I think the people who show up are all cool people, and also more chill. Like there won't be like fights, I hope. So we can all just like calm down. Okay, so that's how you make one pentagon. And if you notice, right down the middle there's a seam like vertically that's like splits it exactly in half. Let me get the lighting up so you can see it more clearly. Oh my god, you see that seam? that's important because these next few folds. Oh, I don't have any mods in here. That's okay. I think everyone here is cool. You fold these flaps over so that when you hit this, like this corner of the flap lies right on that vertical line, and at the same time the top of this edge is exactly perpendicular to the line, meaning it's parallel to our base down here. So I don't know how they mathematically figured that out, but if you do that on both sides, first of all, you can see that looks almost like a regular pentagon. I know that, okay, that scares Eraser, but okay, this stream is not supposed to be BFDI related at all. Yeah, okay, it's just foldy. Yeah, I want... it is foldy, but I want this to be, like, not BFDI related, just because I want this to be more ASMR-like. Anyway, you can see that this goes all the way across straight, parallel to the bottom, and perpendicular to the vertical fold line. And someone must have done the math to figure out all the angles and corners are the same. Okay, so that's one of them. I guess the thing I wanted to talk about was I hate how arguments online, it's like the way you win an argument is by seeming the least pressed or like the least agitated. Like every time you try to win a war with someone online, it's like if you get the most upset and you start typing out the longest comments, that means you lose. And I feel like it's so annoying because sometimes longer comments mean you're just writing a more nuanced response, because often nuance is what you need. And you know, why are you doing lazy case and not human? Because I don't want this to be BFDI related. I feel like, you know, every time something like annoying happens and I'm like, oh, I want to make a video talking about this annoying phenomenon, and then I start thinking to myself, like, I'm going to write this script, and the script will start off by, like, you know, 1, addressing the way of thinking that, like, everyone else seems to have, and, you know, why that is a problem, or why they're, like, overlooking something. 2, the way I like to think of it, and the way I think people should think about it. 3, the way the two interact. Like, if I make it really complicated, then the comments will all be like, I'll get comments from people saying, like, imagine being so pressed about this issue that you make a 10-minute video about it. It's just a joke. Chill. And I feel like, you know, I think about that, and I'm like, the last thing I want when I get in an argument is to forever be tied to the argument and forever be tied as the loser. So it's like, it's better just not to get involved at all. And then I think, oh yeah, okay, people are responding in the comments. I want to like notice you. So Jiffy says, the worst is when people complain your argument isn't long enough, but when you elaborate more, they say, TLDR, yeah. One thing that reminds me of something else that I don't quite like is when I make a video, and then people in the comments will say, like, TLDR : oversimplification of my video, you'll thank me later. As in, like, they're telling other viewers and commenters, like, you'll thank me later for, like, allowing you to skip through everything I was trying to communicate. And, like, the reason I included everything in the video was because there's a lot more complications to the story that I want you to know about. Like, okay, this goes way back, but in 2017, I made a video about my AI project to replicate my voice. I know this is like an old reference, but I wanted to explain every like little detail about how I coded that AI. I don't really do AI anymore, but anyway, I got a lot of comments from people saying like the actual AI starts at 9:37 into the video. So they put that timestamp and they say, you're welcome. And I'm like, the whole reason I would want you to watch my video is because maybe you're curious about like what happens behind the scenes, right? Like if you just came for the actual voice, then why not just turn on Siri or something? Okay, I finished 3. Oh my god, they look so cute. Like the way that they're just like standing here like a little army. Not BTS Army. Although they could be BTS Army. They could be like, money, money, money. Okay, I don't know if that reference meant anything to you guys. Oh, by the way, I have this lovely pink color as well. Yeah, okay, so UTF says, yeah, those kinds of people suck. They ask for an argument and then they mock people for actually fulfilling their wish of an argument. They confuse me. Yeah, I think I agree. It's like, whenever you get into an argument with someone, you have to figure out, are they looking for a good faith discussion, or are they just looking to troll people and get a reaction out of you? It's like, if their goal is to troll, oh, that rhymes, their goal is to troll, like, you're not gonna win. Like, they'll just try to keep, like, agitating you, and, like, simplifying and, like, I don't want to use the word, but, like, triggering you, and then, like, when you act triggered, they're like, ha, I caught you. So I think it's something that I need to learn to avoid much earlier. Like, I think it's easy to tell yourself, oh, here's done with with the first pink one. Wait, what does this say? Someone retracted a message. Do I have a moderator in here? I'm not actually sure. Jert36 says, bruh, I've just met you from your AI vids probably, and recently I know that you're the creative BFDI. I love your content, bro. Keep it up. Greetings from Mexico. Oh my gosh, hello from Mexico. I guess it must be late at night for you as well. I love your computer science. Yeah, I'm really happy to hear all of you who like my computer science stuff, because I feel like that's more niche these days. And I haven't been doing it lately because I feel like, well, one, I have like a lot of projects that are like bubbling under the surface, but two, I feel like I've been putting out a lot of mediocre videos in like 2020, and I want to hit it out of the park. Like, as in, it's better to invest more time in a single good video than to like draw out the inevitable by making a ton of bad videos. Okay, wait, let me point these all towards the camera. Oh, greetings from Poland. Hello. Hey, hello from Malaysia. Byte Zero says, talking of trolling people, if you could change any command in Java to be written as dead cat instead of the current syntax, what it would be? Dead cat? I don't know. Dead cat. Removing an element from an array, because then the array element is dead. I'm not sure if I understand that exactly, but yeah. Okay, maybe that's just like a random question. Yeah, I think like, here's how I've thought. I want whatever I do to last and to have an impact. And sometimes I feel like, making a stream like I'm doing now, or making a very sloppy video, of me just talking with my face. My face is right here, but I'm not going to show it because I look ugly right now. No, I'm just kidding. If I make a sloppy video like that, it will get viewed by, my more hardcore fans, which there's like a couple thousand maybe, which I'm really grateful for. And I feel like I'm very fortunate that the response will be supportive. But I think like within a week, that sloppy video is not going to get any more views, and it'll sort of be overridden by my newer sloppy videos. But what I noticed is that, like, if I put in the time to animate a video, script it, edit it, and everything, because it has more care and love put into it. Okay, here's my first purple pentagon. Like, because it's just higher quality, you have reason to watch it 1 month down the road, 2 months down the road. And if there's reason to watch a video once it's gone stale, then it can actually live a long lifespan. And then I feel like if my goal is to sort of change the discussion on, trolling, or, how to respond to stupid comments, or like, why I don't think people should re-upload other people's content without approval or permission, the only way I can really change the conversation is by making that high quality video that will last years instead of days. And that's kind of, I guess, like, on one hand, it's comforting to know that, like, I could try doing that. But on the other hand, sometimes, like, the emotions that make me want to make these videos only last a few hours, and like that's not enough time to make a high polished video. And like if I try to start, like I start writing a script, by the time a few hours pass, I realize like, oh, I don't want to get myself involved in politics or arguments or anything. Like earlier today, I thought up in my head this script about why I don't think calling someone a snowflake is productive. And I had all these analogies, like, imagine you have a house with 15 different rooms and each one is a different temperature. And you want to find the room with the temperature that's the most comfortable for you. Like, if there's a room that's like 5 degrees too cold and you leave to find a new one, it doesn't mean that you're sensitive or weak. And like if you had to stay in that room, you probably could and survive. But, because you're a human and you want to find like the most comfortable room, like that's just what humans do, and that's how we end up with such a high quality of life. So anyway, I thought of this whole script, and I thought to myself, like, wow, if I animate it like Jaden Animations or something, who, I wouldn't say like I'm a big fan, but I really like Jaden's style of videos, then I feel like, it would be worth watching 5 years from now, and then maybe I could, try to help people understand why just commenting a snowflake emoji in response to something I'm saying, or anyone else is saying, just doesn't really move the discussion forward. But then, like, the thing is, a few hours pass and I realize, like, if I do that, I'm gonna attract a lot of trolls, and I'm also gonna force myself to be in this mind space for like hours and hours and like days and days, and I don't want to do that. So it's like a lot of these, I guess, more sensitive topics, or more topics that are controversial, they just sort of like end up sitting in my head instead of like becoming videos, because of the nature of like half the time I'm like, yeah, I want to make it to finally set the record straight, and the other half of the time I'm like, Carrie, you do not want to get involved in that mess. That's a Pandora's box you don't want to open. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I haven't responded to comments for a while. Let's see. Hello from Czech Republic. Hello from Mexico. I see a lot of different countries. Yeah, storytime animation. Yeah, see, that's the thing I've been thinking is like, maybe I want to try that. With the computer science videos, it often feels like I have so many more steps to go through to make a video. Like Jabril's talked about this in one of his videos as well, where it's like you have to code a project and then record yourself playing that project. How many do I have now? I have 8. And if it's AI, there's a good chance it won't even work, because AI, as of its nature, is unpredictable. And then you have to like script it and animate it. So it feels like, there's no guarantee you'll come out the other side with a product that people want to see. But if you do storytime animation, you can be pretty confident that if you have an interesting story, it'll be a good video. I mean, of course, no one can predict the YouTube algorithm or what the audience wants. But to me, it just seems like you can kind of predict what the outcome, the outputted video will be for a storytime animation video much more accurately than you could predict how an AI video would turn out. And I think that like that's not me like dissing it for being easy. It's not easy at all. Like I know how long it takes to animate things, and I know how hard it is to be a charismatic storyteller. But I think that like you can't deny that like a good story is good. I don't know. It just feels like it would be less work. And that's why I kind of stopped making AI videos. I don't even know what I want the Carrie KH channel to become. Like honestly, Jack and Jellyfy just feels like it's found its stride a lot better. As in, people know what they subscribed there for. Yeah, okay. Jurt36 says, did you find a Novia? is there a plan to get one? What is a novia? I don't know. I guess I could Google it. Also, someone asked, are you a fan of object shows? I mean, I watch object shows because, like, BFDI is an object show, and I want to know what, like, other people are creating that are... Wait, novia means bride? I'm not sure what the answer to that is. But yeah, like, I like object shows. But I think it can be kind of deafening to, like, always be hearing about object shows. I don't mean this as a, like, diss to anyone, so, like, don't worry. Anyone in the stream, you're good. But, like, what I mean is, it can feel frustrating when, like, I spend hours and hours into a KRKH video and then I upload it, and then the comments talk way more about, like, what my plan is with BFDI than the actual video material. And I know this is, like, sounds like I'm complaining from a place of privilege when I say this, because that just means that there's something I make that people want to see more of. But it's like, if that's what people are going to talk about, I could just upload a black screen to KRKH and then say the title is "Talk to me in the comments," and, like, that's all people would really want. And I've thought about this a lot. You know, I need to keep reminding myself that the enthusiasm for new BFDI episodes is a blessing. Like, it's something that not every human gets to have. And I think that a lot of times I find myself so frustrated that, like, the conversation always turns to this one thing I've done that, like, it feels like I'm being ignored or not listened to when I ask people to talk about something else or, like, focus on a different project I've been doing. But, like, that's better than, like, radio silence, right? So I need to remember to, like, count my blessings and not shoot myself in the foot. Yeah, I guess, like, the simple way of putting it is, like, it's being pigeonholed, I guess. Like, okay, actually I should respond to comments. Avocado Exists says, it does get difficult to dissociate from something you're well known for, especially if you want to try out something new outside of that. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do think, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, it's not the worst problem to have. But, like, I'm sure a lot of you know about Filthy Frank and how he started a music career as Joji. And, I mean, I was never a big fan of, like, I shouldn't say never a big fan, but, like, I would say that my sort of interests in the internet were different, but I still respected his work. But, like, I didn't fully understand why he didn't use his previous fame to help boost his music career, because it feels like all publicity is good publicity. But now I know. Like, now I can tell that, like, the vibe of Joji is so different from Filthy Frank that, like, if his Filthy Frank fans came along with him on the ride, they would just, like, drown out the conversation, and he wouldn't be able to kind of put across this more somber message in his music that he wanted. And I've never had the guts to go and do that outright. Like, I don't know if I have the guts to, like, start from scratch and, like, take on another persona, because being a nobody again on square one means that, like, I might never go viral again. And, like, I don't know if Carrie KH's computer science videos would have gotten off the ground if I didn't have that, like, baseline 20,000 subscribers from BFDI to start it off. And, like, I think, you know, it's so hard to get noticed on the internet that I need to sort of take every advantage I have. Oh, I finished folding them all. Hooray. What? Okay. This is a little more lighthearted. 100 Twist the Third says, what is your favorite prime number? I think I said on stream at one point that my favorite number was 17, but that might have changed. I think I like 17 because it feels so random. Like, it just doesn't align with any other patterns. Yeah. So, I have finished folding all of them. Now I'm going to start assembling them. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, oh, I see some people say, Jess Gibson says, I've never watched BFDI. I was recommended from Code Bullet. I think that's really cool. And what is really fascinating to me is that if I go through my followers list on Twitter, it is very clearly two different groups of people. Like, I can tell, like, people who have BFDI in their profile pictures, like a character like Fiery or Gelatin, and like that's really awesome and wholesome to see. But then there's also the people who are really into programming and STEM and computer science. And I mean, there is overlap, and I do know some people, like Me Too Comparisons is a YouTuber who I know is in both camps. But like the Venn diagram, if you imagine two circles, like the overlap is kind of small, and it's interesting because like when I tweet, I know that I'll be like hitting one audience or the other, but it's hard to get both. And I think like that's not really a problem. I just think that like most YouTubers, have one niche that they're really good at, and then they just lean into that one niche, and then they get really, really good at it. And then it's easy to appeal to 100% of their audience. But I can't really do that. Another thing is that, like, the internet is run by kids. Like, this is, like, just a well-known fact now. And I think it's because, adults have jobs, and, like, maybe adults have also realized that, like, standing over a YouTuber isn't gonna earn them money to pay their bills. Okay, that got a little dark, but it's like there's only a certain age range that you can devote yourself to being like part of fan culture, I guess. So I guess I say this all because there might be more countable people who like the computer science stuff, since that is a universally useful skill. But the BFDI fans always come out like when I need them to. It's like, I know that if I go into Roblox like right now, like in the dead of night, there will be people who like want to say hi to me in the Roblox game, which is really cool. But I think it's a reminder to myself. Like the enthusiasm comes from kids, but the numbers come from the adults. So that's just my takeaway. Yeah. Okay. Oh, more comments. Gaumon and Lucario says, what I love most about your videos on Carrot Cage is your Algae Cosathlon and Marble Race series videos, as well as your simulation projects that you've made. Well, thank you. Yeah, those are some of my older projects, which is cool. About Algae Cosathlon and those projects, I've been thinking of moving them onto a different channel somehow. Okay, I'm going to start assembling these. So you can see I've made what I call Pentagon tripods. So actually I can type this over here so that it lasts a little longer. Pentagon tripods are complete. And now I just got to put them together and I have a finished dodecahedron. So, okay. What I feel about is like okay, I know there's a lot of things going right, but okay, what I feel like is going wrong with my channel, KH, is if someone stumbles upon it for the first time and they don't know what I specialize in, like there's no way for them to find out what I do. It's like if they sort my videos by most popular, they get my Minecraft Earth video, followed by like Marble Race videos and Algae Cosathlon videos. But they don't know that like all those videos are popular from what I would call like background radiation views, which is like views from people who are just kind of like scrolling casually through YouTube. But I got most of my subscribers through the AI videos, who are like more devoted and like they wouldn't watch it over and over again. So okay. Well, first of all, okay, tripod 1 has gray, pink, and purple. Yes, I'm teaching you colors because we're back in kindergarten. Oh, Sprout Gaming says, lol, Minecraft Earth videos. I never saw that. Okay, actually, my video wasn't about Minecraft Earth. I know that's like the name of an AR version of Minecraft. It's literally an Earth I built in Minecraft. Okay, Tripod 2 has purple, gray, and brown. So brown is clearly the dark one. Tribe of 3 has pink, beige, and brown, and then Tribe of 3 has pink, lighter pink, and white, or gray. Well, okay, all I know is that there's 6 colors in total, and each color shows up twice. So that's actually kind of nice. But I should make it so that each pairing of colors is exactly opposite of the other. So like, there's 2 pinks, hot pinks, so I should make the hot pinks opposite. But what that means is I might have to like tear some of these apart because that's not always going to be possible. Yeah. VTIC says, did Kurt's Gazette help influence your channel? I would say Kurt's Gazette was a big influence. Okay, what I'll say is that Kurt's Gazette started in like 2014 and I started my channel in 2011. So I want to say I was like there first because, you know, we were doing different types of content. But I definitely had an enthusiasm for STEM before that. And I mean, I also have sort of like mixed feelings about that channel. And I don't want to be a spreader of negativity and all, but like, I don't know how I feel about like the similarities between the Scale of the Universe app and their Scale of the Universe app. But like, I should honestly just champion the spreading of more STEM knowledge. Like, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Yeah. Oh, some people in Eastern Europe will appreciate the stream. Some of them in HTC have been feeling bummed that they had to watch regular streams at 2 a.m. Yeah, I guess this is one good thing about streaming at a different time than normal. By the way, I have pink opposite pink, so that is satisfied. But I think the next 2 are going to be harder to match up. So if I put brown here, then it will be opposite this brown. But then, okay, yeah, this has to be light pink to be opposite this. So I have to watch this. Owie, 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 ouch, surgery hurts so much. Don't complain, it's for your own good. Greetings from Chile. Do you know something about Chile? TBH, I think no one would answer that. Oh, I know that you had 2 solar eclipses in 2019 and 2020. And I know that because I wanted to go, and I even bought plane tickets to Chile. But then, like, I bought them, like, 3 days before the flight, and then I realized I couldn't speak Spanish, and I also like didn't have any like materials to live. Like I realized, I don't even have a charger, and I don't know if my plugs will work down there. So I was like, I chickened out and I canceled the flight, and I don't think I should have. Okay, wait, is it like this? I think this is correct. Yeah, okay, so anyway, back to the topic of the Carry K8 and not knowing what it's about. I was thinking, and I know a lot of people won't like me for this, I was thinking of unlisting every one of my videos on Carry K8 except for the ones that are clearly about computer science. And I know that fans of like the older types of content would not like that, but I've heard from VidCon panels and other YouTube friends that might actually be the winning strategy. Like, if people browse your channel and then like they only see stuff that like they really are interested in, then like they're more likely to subscribe and like watch every new video you make. And I don't know how I feel about that, because like I think it's cool that I've gotten like multiple series to 1 million views, and it feels like a shame that I'd have to hide from that. Oh, moving them over to a different channel. Oh, this is what Derpasaurus Plays says. Yeah, if I moved into a different channel, that could work, except I would lose all my like comments and views, and more importantly, I would also lose the dates on which I uploaded the videos. And I think that one thing I pride myself in is having such a long, I don't want to say the word rich, so I'm not going to say it, but I have a long history on YouTube, and I want people to know, like, you know, here's what I did first in middle school, and then I moved on to this when I was in high school. And it would be a real shame if I had to get rid of all that. But it's like, I need to focus on my brand, you know, my aesthetic that I give off when people first see me. It's like also just the name of the channel itself, Carry KH. Like, it doesn't even say anything. Whereas most coding or AI channels probably have that in their name. Oh, Peeps40 836 says, I think you can unlist the videos and create a playlist or create another channel dedicated to old Karaoke videos. Yeah, I was thinking of the playlist idea. I was planning on doing that with Aogi Kosathlon because that actually might be better, because Aogi Kosathlon is a very spoilable show, as in, like, if you're watching day 1, you don't want to know who wins in day 15, because then it kind of ruins the point of watching all the videos. So maybe it would actually be better if Aogi Kosathlon day 1 was the only public Aogi Kosathlon video, and like you had to click on links or playlists to see the future days, and then you would never be spoiled. But the thing is, you know, Aogi Kosathlon gets views like from people stumbling in halfway through because YouTube's recommendation system is just like that. Like, it's not smart enough to know that it should start with day 1 and not show them out of order. So I know that if I were to unlist them, like, the views would drop off a cliff. But at this point, like, Aogi Kosathlon is not getting that many views anyway. Like, they got a lot of views back in the day, but they're sort of, you know, stale at this point. So maybe I don't mind the sacrifice. You guys. Okay, someone asks for 12 progress. Okay, I don't want to hold it against you personally, but just know that, like, I don't know if I'm being sensitive here, but I think when people ask for progress, maybe it's sort of like a reminder of, like, when people are, like, less patient than that and, like, you know, accuse me of, like, being lazy or abandoning my fan base, or, like, calling me, like, a lazy slob, or, like, bringing my race into things. I mean, okay, you did not do any of that, so I shouldn't blame you. But I don't know, it sort of, like, puts me on edge when someone says, like, wait, when is the next episode? Like, I didn't want, like, the stream to make me feel on edge, because, like, I'll answer those questions if I feel comfortable, I guess. Oh, thank you, Mellow Key. You said, your videos are the best. When I'm feeling down, I watch BFB or Karaoke and I feel better. Oh, that's so awesome to hear. Earlier I was feeling anxious and watching the stream helped me feel better. That's awesome. Yeah, this channel is called Lazy KH. I still get comments from people, like, critiquing my animation on this channel. Like, I don't get how clear it could be that this channel isn't made for that stuff. Okay, so I'm finished with the Dodecahedron, so let's take a look. Okay, I'm holding the ring light above so you get better lighting. We have, let's do a double check. Hot pink is opposite from hot pink, yes. So if we rest it on hot pink, we see hot pink on the top. Then we got brown and brown. We got the poopy colors, or chocolate, I guess. We got light pink and light pink. Oh my gosh. We got beige and, uh-oh. Beige is opposite lavender, so I messed up. Time for a surgery, guys. We have to cut you open. Okay, but so someone asked about TWOW, and I think I hate the idea that I've been leaving you hanging for like 5 years, so I want to just finish off the series. And I was talking about this with my brother. Like, maybe what I could do to get it out faster is just upload the last 3 episodes to Humany as more of a live stream style. Okay, no, I got these the wrong order. Oh, the surgery. Hi from Canada. What's a TWOW? Well, TWOW, TWOW stands for 10 Words of Wisdom, and it's a show with contestants. It's like a game show, and they each have to answer prompts in 10 words or fewer, and then I post them anonymously, and then the viewers vote on them from best to worst, and then they get eliminated until there's one winner. And I think, like, what was happening midway and, like, later on to the season was that the production quality of each episode kept going up to the point where, like, episodes were being, like, 15 minutes long with, like, 10 minutes of animation. And I got this the wrong way around. And, like, people would ask me to put ads for, like, their own object shows into TWOW, and I would do it. And like, each individual task on its own was not that bad. But like all of them added together became like a week-long ordeal, and it got to the point where every time I would think about making the next episode, it felt like writing an essay for English class, or, you know, taking AP calculus or something. Like, it just felt, you know, like knowing I'm gonna have to spend a week of my life, you know, in my bedroom coding, and like I just couldn't do it. I don't want to say it was like traumatic, because it wasn't traumatic, but it was. And also, like, the more people say things like, you know, you have to make 12 or else, like, I don't respect you anymore and you're lazy, and I don't know. Like, the more that kept happening, the more it didn't want me to work on it, because it's like, you know, okay, when you were little and like your parents' friends came to your house and gave you a gift, and you were like 7 or 8 years old. Okay. First of all, let's check the colors. Pink, light pink, white, beige. No, what? It's still wrong. Beige. Okay, which two are wrong? These two are wrong. Okay, I have to swap these two. And this is the last time I'll have to do surgery. I promise. These two are wrong. Oh yeah, Shazza Trout says, please make 12 episodes shorter for your well-being. Yeah, that was my plan. Cause like, you know HQ, do you remember that app that like, with the quizzing and like you could win money if you got all the answers correct? Wait, which two need to be swapped? These two, okay. The thing is, like, those were really popular. I know they're not popular anymore, but they weren't even animated, and they didn't go into the stats to the detail I did. And like, for some reason, I have this feeling that I'm not allowed to just record my face talking. Like, I have to animate it, or else my viewers won't watch it. And to me, it made me feel like I'm held to this like double standard, where it's like, if you want to make a video, you have a 5-step process to go through, whereas most YouTubers have a 1 or 2-step process. And I don't know. I think I need to make it enjoyable again. And I think that like what I would call workflow creep is inevitable, but like you need to try your hardest to prevent it from happening. Okay. Let me respond to a lot more comments, because I haven't been looking for a while. Avocado Exists says, actually, while we're on the topic of 12, I'm actually thinking of making an online version of 12, but I feel wrong without your permission. Oh, go for it. I always think it's cool when people make projects related to the stuff I make. Like, as long as I know that you are a productive person and like your intentions are to make something cool, like, go for it, because, you know, I just want to see creativity flourish. So yeah. The only thing I don't like is when people just like re-upload my videos. Like, obviously that's not good. So it doesn't take that much extra effort for me to like your derivative work of my project. Okay, I finished this and it is correct now. So if I roll it and it lands on lavender, then you know it also was on lavender on the other side. What should I write on it, or should I leave it blank? Do you think I should make it a die? Oh, hi Anthony P. Sup Carrie, night shift worker checking in. Oh man, it's nighttime? Oh, it is nighttime. What am I talking about? Okay, let me just respond to like 10 comments so that you guys feel noticed. Ash Bar says, fold a tesseract next. You've got 40. I cannot do that. I don't even know how to fold a cube. Draw dumb faces on it. Maybe I could do like one of each of these. This is a 12-sided die. I could make it a die. I noticed like, okay, if any of you are interested in linguistics, I noticed that dice is overtaking die as the singular form of that word, and I don't object to that. And you know why? Because die is ambiguous. Like, if you just say die, then like the listener might think that that's a death threat. But if you say dice, that can't be confused with anything else. Okay, I dunno says, oh hello. Nyaria Ato says, make a hecatonicosahedroid. I forget what shape that is, but I don't know the origami. I only know this. Felipe Lacourt says, do you speak more languages? None fluently. Like, I didn't learn new languages until I turned 11, by which point I think it's like getting a little too late to speak fluently. But in high school and middle school, I was in Chinese class, so like 我会说一点中文，可是不太厉害. Or I don't know if that was correct, but like basically, you know, I have to think when I'm saying it. Like, yeah. And then I went to Japan a year and a half ago, so I had to take a couple quarters in Japanese. So, like, yeah, I guess I could speak a little Japanese, like watashi wa nihongo o hanasemasu. But I probably have like a really, really thick American accent, and you know what? That's okay. You know, I'm sure when I was in Japan, people were like, "Oh, here's a foreign exchange student," and maybe they thought that was endearing, maybe they thought that was a little cringe. But you know, it's better than being stuck in the United States all the time. Kizzy Ga asks, Carrie, in your streams, I remember you and Michael saying you were Chinese. Yeah, ethnically, I am 100% Chinese. Okay, actually, you know, I'm gonna turn this into a dice or a die by writing numbers on it. I'll do 1 through 12, I think. Yeah, I'm 100% ethnically Chinese. People do not say in between Chinese words. I know that they say I don't want to say it out loud because there's this whole controversy that sounds like the N word. So I'm just not gonna do that. Yeah. Yeah, okay, someone says, okay, Sufi says, it's not too late to learn languages at the age of 11. That's a good time to start. Yeah, I do think, you know, you should never feel discouraged from learning. And some people, like, their brains really have a knack for picking up languages even late into adulthood. And they're really good at picking it up. And I think that I could tell that that wasn't me because I could never do accents either. You know, some people, you just say, speak in a British accent, speak in Australian or Scottish or whatever accent, and they can just do it without even thinking. And for me, I don't even want to try because it's going to be embarrassing. But that kind of showed to me that my brain isn't like built to be on the spot picking up words and patterns of speech. I guess I'm more of an analytical person. Oh, someone wants 0 to 11. Should I do 0 to 11 or 1 to 12? Someone learned Hebrew in their 80s. I heard about that. And the craziest thing about Hebrew is that I heard that modern Hebrew had like 0 speakers in 1900 or something, but now it has like 5 million, which is one of history's greatest examples of reviving a language. Okay, everyone's saying 1 to 12. Oh no, Peeps40 says 0 to 11. Walt says 1 to 12. 0 to 11, 0 to... Okay, I think 0 to 11 is actually winning. One person says... Wait, Igneous said 1 to 11. That's not gonna work. 1 to 69. Ah ha ha. So funny, nice. Okay, anyway. I'm just gonna start with 1. I'll just do it. Oh yeah, I see some people want some voice requests. I'm not gonna do those because it's very late at night and this is a chill stream. Yeah. The comments are so... You know, I'm going to go 0 to 11 because that makes this die unique. And what that means is that if the minimum is 0 and the max is 11, then the average is 5.5, which means the sum of two opposites should be 11. And what I mean by that is if like opposite sides of a die should always add up to... Like, they should be equally extreme. So the opposite of 1 is going to be 10. So I'm going to do 10 on this side. Yeah, this is Carrie ASMR. No, stop it with the voice requests. Someone wants Spanish. I don't even speak Spanish. Hola amigos, estoy haciendo novia or... I don't know what this means. Novia origamis. What am I saying? I hope I'm not saying something offensive. Is that new origami? Because I know that novum means new in Latin. Okay, so I'm going to use the same color on opposite sides. And here's another thing that I want to show you guys. So remember how I said that every pentagon has a crease that shows like where it was folded vertically? You can see the creases very subtly. Like here's one going this way. Well, at the bottom of each crease, on the side where the crease hits a edge of a pentagon, that's the side that doesn't have any flaps to it. So if you just like pull it, I'm doing it with one hand, but it comes open like that. And what's cool about that is, like, you can think of it as like a little compartment to be able to see the inside. Actually, let's bring the light in here so you can see the inside. Like this. How do I do this? It's not that cool looking. I can't get the angle right. Oh my god, angle please. It's dark. That's all you need to know. It's dark in there. But I like that because you can put candy in it and like use this as a little door. But what's also cool is that the way the geometry works out is that if you have a door on one side, the other side is always going to be a door as well. Like, see, there's a pair. Here's another pair. And here's another pair. And like, the whole dodecahedron is made out of 6 pairs of 2. So, I mean, the math is just really cool because I made it by making 4 sets of tripods, but it also is 6 sets of 2. Okay, anyway, I'm going to finish writing numbers. Okay. Edward says, Mom, there's a monster inside my dodecahedron. Don't worry, it's empty. Someone in Russian says, ooh, a dodecahedron box. Marthu says, hey, how's this going? It's pretty well. Going pretty well. I'm sure, like, not many people still in the stream were there at the beginning, but I started this stream because I was feeling, like, frustrated with people being dumb on the internet, and I just wanted to chill and cool off, because I feel like talking to other people in any manner is a good way of like emotionally resetting yourself and sort of reminding yourself that a world exists outside of this argument. Shoot, what number? 3. I'm doing 3 on this one. And the opposite of 3, well, 11 is the max, so we're going to do 11 minus 3 to get 8. I'm teaching you math. You know, the spookiest thing about teaching my viewers math is that, like, this was never my intention, but a lot of viewers of BFB have not learned algebra yet. So X finds out his value might actually be their first exposure to variables. And to me, I mean, it's not my responsibility to like make sure they learn it correctly. But I definitely wonder if there's any viewers out there who are like, man, I watched BFB when I was 9, and I saw these like 4 and X things, and they did this thing on Equation Playground. But it's been 2 years, now I'm in pre-algebra, and we're actually learning about how to find the value of X. The fact that that could even happen is crazy, because to me, 4 and X are only a post-algebra creation. Someone mentioned egg drops. Okay, you know, I can back up and I'll... Wait, I shouldn't be doing this on stream, like spreading your legs, that's for a different platform. But anyway, I don't know. I want it to be the faceless stream, but I guess... Oh, you see my face now. Wait, can you see where it lands? Okay, I'll count down. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's the outcome. It's been slightly flattened, and the way you can tell that is, 1, like, some of the little doorways opened up, but 2, I don't know, like, if ever, like, there's a crease on a flap and you can see a little bit extra, that means the flap came out a little bit, which means damage happened. So I'm going to compress it again. Okay. I could go higher. I'll stand up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that one was actually not as bad. I think if it lands on a corner, it'll actually survive better. But because it's made of paper, it doesn't have much weight, so it's like it won't push the ground with that much force. Okay, what platform am I talking about? I don't know if I should even say it, but like, well, only those who are comfortable with knowing will know what I'm talking about. That's all I'll say. Oh, cool socks? Oh, I didn't even realize that I had socks on. I forgot what I was wearing. Okay, I didn't even finish writing the numbers. Yeah. But like one of the dumb things I was thinking is that, you know, people re-upload other people's content without permission. And like I've always known it's rampant, but it's so rampant on TikTok. And like it feels like every week that goes by, someone else messages me saying, "Oh my God, your video just got like clipped and re-uploaded to TikTok." And I'm like, where? And they're like, "Oh, I don't have the link," because TikTok makes it very hard to like send links outside of their app. I think, you know, like you can share TikToks with each other within the app, but if you want to send it to a YouTuber, that's kind of hard. And so it's like there's no trail. And the thing that like is most frustrating is not the re-uploads themselves, because I feel like, you know, I'm satisfied with my view count as it is, so I don't need to get more and more and more views. What's most frustrating to me is that like the kids in the like audience on TikTok, and you know, this is true on YouTube as well, so I shouldn't single out TikTok, but like they've grown up with this idea that re-uploading other people's content is okay. And like there's arguments in the chat where people are like, bruh, just be thankful that, you know, he liked your content enough to re-upload it, or, you know, just let me enjoy my content, chill. And I'm like, if you don't even have the understanding of why, you know, stealing someone's work is not cool, like, I don't know, I just feel like how can a content creator hope that like the general internet will like even care to see who the original creator is? And I shouldn't single out TikTok, it's just that I've seen it the most there, since it's so easy to upload things. Is that dark enough? This is a 6, by the way. Yeah. It especially, okay, Kizzy Ga, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, says, it especially angers me when they say they made the re-upload, like, why? Yeah, that happens also. It's like, it's sort of like playing Among Us, right? It's like, do you want to admit that you re-uploaded it, but try to defend why that's okay? Or do you want to take the full imposter route by claiming you made it and trying to fool people like all the way down? And I think, you know, if they get exposed that way, then that's even more embarrassing. But I don't know. As someone who has like only ever like made my own content, it sort of feels like we're waging this like content war. And I feel like, you know, not that there's no one else making content on the internet. There's lots. But I feel like we're losing this war and there's no one else on my side. And that's how it feels when I'm reading through like comment after comment of, who cares? It's just a cool video. So that's one of my rants. That maybe want to just instead live stream instead. Peeps says, well, kids love attention on TikTok, so I can see why they'll re-upload someone's hard work without their permission. Yeah, that's another thing that I've thought about. Like, I don't have any urge to re-upload other people's stuff because I have a little bit of a platform myself, but I have to put myself in their shoes where, you know, if you haven't gotten any exposure online, that might feel like the most, the easiest way to start pulling in views, even if it's not quite ethical. I'm running out of colors to write the numbers in. Okay, this one's going to be 11. Here we go. This is the biggest number on the entire die. I'm going to do a 0. Okay, Anthony says phone's at 4%. Uh-oh, charge that bad boy. You want to be up at 100%. Animate. Oh, hi, Animate. I noticed you tuned into the Roblox stream as well. Cool stream, and still thank you for taking a look-see at my channel. Yeah. Yeah, I remembered. You know, I really love the idea of live streaming with a friend, and then, you know, the audio can be used to, like, for other people to animate to, because I tend to think of live streaming as the lowest quality content, since there's no editing, there's no sort of structure to, you know, the content. But if you animate to it, then you're adding that structure, and you're like giving a reason for why that streaming content could last on for years and years. Because, you know, animations from 10 years ago are still being watched today. So, you know, you're essentially helping the fun of the live streams live on. Okay, so I did that subconsciously. I didn't even think that I was doing 0, but I was like, wait, 11, 0. So I'm glad I did it correctly, because I was kind of absent-mindedly doing that. Yeah, Almighty Amity also says, I made an animation of your audio. That's okay, right? It's 100% okay. The only thing that's not okay is if you just re-upload my content with no transformations. As long as you add anything of your own creative work, like you show that, like, you know, you're thinking creatively and you're trying something new, like, we're okay. So whether that's like adding, like remixing it in a song, or, you know, just even drawing new characters, like, that's all good. Oh, Rick Tunes. Hi, Rick Tunes. You are here as well. But it doesn't apply to just TikTok, Insta, Twitter, Reddit. All platforms are guilty, you know. Yeah, that's what I do know that, and I think that one thing that we should be thankful for as video creators is that video is harder to steal than images, because in some way I can't really blame the platforms, because how can you detect for every possible re-upload when it's been like re-encoded, it's been like reprocessed? Like, you need like really advanced software to be able to detect, hey, that's been seen before on a different account. And that doesn't even take into account like who detects if it's fair use versus transformative, and who detects like who comes first. Like, maybe this person uploaded it first, but like they weren't actually the original creator. But what I will say is that imagine you're like an artist who draws images. Like, I'm sure there's lots of you in the chat right now, so you're not like a foreign entity. I know there's lots of artists in the chat who draw still artwork. That is so easy to steal. Like, I could just take a screenshot, crop it, and post it like in a Discord chat. Well, maybe not Discord because that's private, but like, it's so easy to steal images, and it makes me at least somewhat glad that for videos, like, coming to YouTube is the easiest way to do it. And it sort of makes me wonder, what is the future of the internet and content? Because there are ways of proving the original creator if you use like encryption and like blockchains. Like, you can like sign artwork with like a digital signature that's unique to your own name, and like you have the private key, everyone has the public key, so they can verify it's you. It's kind of complicated, but then like if you upload that to a blockchain and then the blockchain moves forward a few blocks, then people will know that like you were the first. And I would hate to have to do that to absolutely prove that I was the original creator. Okay, we have a problem. This color is too dark to write on. Like, I'm not going to be able to see. What are the last few numbers? 0, 1. Oh, 2 and 9. We're missing 2 and 9. Oh, Edward says, oh no, can we not do crypto art? I would like the planet to live longer than I do. Yeah, so I know that, you know, crypto art and like NFTs and those crypto kitties are like really trending right now. And I did see the article that Bitcoin is using up 3% of the world's electricity, which is ridiculous for something that is supposed to be like a currency. Like, it's not like solving some actual problem. I mean, it is solving a problem of currency, but like the only reason it's taking up so much energy is because it's designed to be as hard as possible so that miners can't just make free money. So I don't know. We can move on. I'm not an expert in this field, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try writing a 2 as dark as possible on this. Oh, Kawaii Ghost says, it would make my day if you say my name, Lazy KH. Okay, Kawaii Gazed. I'll type my first thing here. Also, I'm shocked that there's even 94 people who are awake right now. Kawaii Ghost. Let me... Oh, I misspelled it. Oh well. Okay, let me just look at more comments. Do you have whiteout? Oh, that's a good idea. I haven't used whiteout in like 10 years though. Let's see if I have it in a drawer. Okay, I'm gonna be away from the camera for a bit. I have a glue stick. That's not gonna work. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys, what is this? This is over it. Wait, cover it. I don't know how old this is. I don't know if it's fully dry. I can tell it's still liquid because I'm shaking it right now. So let's see if this works. Oh, someone with a Russian name, I don't know how to pronounce it. It looks like Npokdo Yen, says you can try to carve it with something sharp. Okay. What's a character you can voice but don't? This was by Bite Knight. I can imitate Snowball's voice because it's kind of easy. Like you just, I don't know, tense up your diaphragm. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, that's not really Snowball, but it's definitely a Snowball type voice. Oh man, this is turning out really well. Okay, so I'm doing 2, by the way. I'm not gonna drink it, you guys. Although, no. Well, no. I don't think I would actually die though. Like, I think, chemical intoxication, not intoxication, like dying from poison happens, but like it doesn't happen on chemicals that weren't made to be toxic, like cyanide will kill you, but that's because the chemical is made to kill you. But I think whiteout wasn't made to kill you, so it should be fine. F commented, chemical. Oh, Animate says, like, I bet you've heard of Homestar Runner, right? That must ring a bell. Oh, you don't even know. Michael and I were huge Homestar Runner fans in the late 2000s, and Jack and Jellyfy's profile picture used to be essentially a ripoff, not a ripoff, based off of Homestar Runner's logo. So, like, we had posters of it on the wall. We had this little thing, like a bumper sticker for Teen Girl Squad, that said, like, no loafing. We even played the Strong Bad Wii game. I think it was like Strong Bad's Wii game for attractive people only or something. Okay, so I want it to be dry because I'm going to flip it over to write the 9. Carrie, would you consider more gaming content? Yeah, I'm doing it on Humany. Like, I'm playing Roblox, and that's been fun. I want to make games again. I think knowing that Flash is dead has really hampered my desire to make games. But I want to, I don't know, make Goem 600. No promises, of course. And also, like, 5B needs an update. But whatever. Oh, yeah, they did have a Wii game. This is by Kevin Siebert. Or was it... It was a Wii, because I remember they had you point your Wiimote at something. I won't spoil too much of it, but they had 5 chapters, and each chapter, like, it was like point and click, you would have to walk around and collect items, and then, like, you would use the items to, like, unlock, like, you could walk around someone's house and, like, pick up a key off the floor, and then you could walk over to Strong Mad's house and then use that key to unlock something. Okay, I'm going to turn it upside down. Oh, it's on the PC as well? Well, if it's on the PC, I can actually stream myself playing it because, I'm a gamer now. Oh, 0 dislikes on the stream? Dang, I'm impressed. I thought the haters would be here any moment now. Animate says, I can do Snowball's voice super well, like I promised. I will even put up a video of me doing it. Well, you should go for it, and then animate it as Snowball, and then say, this is Teapot 2 leaked. I'm doing 9, you guys. Oh my god. There's a lot of thickness variation. What do you call that? When you're like drawing in MS Paint and there's like, if you press harder with the drawing pen, this guy, it comes out thicker. What time is it there? Oh, hi Magnus WT. It's 10:41 in Denmark. Right now it is 1:42 a.m. I usually don't go to bed until like 4 a.m. because my sleep schedule is messed up. I'm trying to fix that, but yeah, I'm really glad I did this stream because, yeah, I was in a bad mood before I started this, and I was like, I want to rant about it. But the more fun part about doing this stream is that it actually took my mind off of the negative stuff and like forces me to sort of recognize the good parts of the world. Sleep. No, if I fall asleep now, or I go to bed now, I won't be able to fall asleep. I could like take melatonin, but I think 4 p.m. is my usual time. Okay, so I painted on the 9. The line at the bottom is supposed to indicate that that's the bottom. Or you could think of it as 9 skateboard, I guess, from that video. Oh, UTF says, Carrie, please try to sleep earlier. We all care about your mental health. Well, I mean, I want to do that too, but I think it's like not as easy as like flipping a switch, because like I think my circadian rhythm has sort of like made it so that I won't fall asleep if I go to bed now. And I don't know. I do admit that the more hours I'm awake that it's daylight, the better. Okay, anyway, I'm going to start rolling this die and collecting data. Okay, so people in the chat, do you think I will get a 0 first or an 11 first? I'm going to roll it over and over again until I get one of the extremes. Okay, wait, let me see. Oh, Solaris Penguin says I have to get up at 6:30 usually. Oh my gosh. When I was in high school, I always woke up at 6:35 because my carpool would pick me up at 7:35 and then school started at 8. So like I know what the whole experience was like. And actually, like, most people say like, oh, I hated getting up that early, but you know, in retrospect, I think it was healthier for me. Nowadays there's some nights that I don't fall asleep until after 6:30 and like the sun starts to rise, so that gets a little spooky. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna roll. Someone said sleeping is cringe. Have you been awake your whole life? Okay, Akari, you said 0. Animate, you said 11. Bite Night, you said 11. Shimon said 11. More people are saying 11. Sam Lodge said 11. Magnus said 0. Well, we got an 8, so I'm gonna keep track of them here. I don't know what other data I can do with this, but it's too late to be thinking about data. The average will be 5.5. We got a 5. Okay, so currently our rolls are a little bit above average. Okay, wait, Thomas Tomaszek says, man, I have to wake up at 4:30 for high school? You mean 4:30 a.m.? That's ludicrous. Like, it's still dark out even in the summer, right? Oh, that doesn't count. Okay. 1. Okay, so you 0ers just got... Oh, shoot, I was going to say something that's a little explicit, so I need to put up a filter. You got really close to what you wanted, but you didn't quite get it. 5 is the first number to show up twice. Okay, Sparkle Cakes, 4:30. Okay, I'll answer questions if you ask questions. So Walt says, when do you wake up if you're sleeping at 4? Is YouTube your full-time job? I wake up in the morning with a bottle of Jack. Is that how the TikTok song goes? No. Usually like 2 p.m. It's really bad. Like I guess YouTubing is my full-time job. Okay, do you want to know the full story? Okay, it's 4. I am 4, I'm host, I will zap you because that's the only 4 line I know, and it's late at night. The story is, so I graduated from Stanford with a bachelor's degree in December 2019. And that wasn't a roll. I need to like spin it. Oh my god, 5, you are really pulling ahead. All I know about 5 is that 5 doesn't think it's cool that 7 thinks that 8 is tasty. Or 9, I don't know. Okay, so I graduated with a bachelor's December 2019 with specialty in artificial intelligence and computer science. Oh my god, 1, it happened again. And at Stanford, no one wants to leave, and no one wants to okay, some people want to get employed at a tech company, but most people just want to stay on campus in their little bubble for as long as possible. So what they do is they do this thing called a co-term, where you get a master's degree in a 5th year at Stanford, and they accept like 80% of people who apply because they figure if we already accepted you as an undergrad, you're probably qualified enough to be a grad. So like I would say 2/3 of computer science students apply for the co-term and most of them get in. So I did not want to get a master's because I was like, YouTube is essentially my job and I like it more anyway. But people were telling me, oh, 11s, that's really close to you guys. People were telling me, like, if you ever want to get a master's at any point in your life, this will be the easiest opportunity to secure that position. So I'm like, okay, I might want to get a master's when I'm 30, so I might as well apply. So I did. And between March of last year and March of this year, I've been on a leave of absence, but they told me I can't go on a leave for more than 1 year, or I have to drop out or something like that. Or I have to, like, if I go on a break for longer than a year, I have to write a new statement of purpose essay when I come back, because I guess, you know, it's been so long, they want to make sure you still want to do it. And I'm like, I could get rejected again. So I have to go take classes next quarter for my master's if I want a master's. But do I? And I'm still not sure. And it's like, I don't even care about computer science that much anymore. It's like, people tend to want to do computer science because it's well paying, but like YouTube is doing fine for me now, and I don't know. There's not as much infrastructure and there's not as much room to grow. Like, I feel like if I worked at Google, I could talk to like other Google engineers. 108 viewers. Where are people coming from? This is my secret channel. Okay, I need to respond to comments because I've been ignoring you. Igneous says 9 is German. No, 9 could be German, but it's not. Jess Gibson. Oh, hi Jess. I remember you were here at the beginning as well. I have a feeling this is a weighted die. Actually, that's very true, because, wait, look at this. You can't tell, but the white or the light gray paper is actually thinner than the rest. Oh my god, I didn't tell you guys that. But the paper thicknesses are all over the place. So you might think it's weighted, but also remember that like opposite sides have the same color. So technically, even if the papers are different thicknesses, as long as they stay on opposite sides, the center of mass should still be in the center. 7. Wait, actually, how many have we done? 14 was our first, so this is our 15th. 15 rolls and no 0s or 11s. Oh, people were saying rigged? Akari says rigged. Rufus Isakov says, I found the link to this channel in a chest on an island. Almighty Amity says, what's your favorite cereal, Carrie? So I used to like Lucky Charms because I would always eat the marshmallows. Or what I would do is I would eat the bread bits first because I want to save the marshmallows for last. And then at the end, it's like Euphoria where you just pick up like 10 marshmallows at once and you just crunch on them. But lately I've been thinking, I actually like Special K yogurt bunches more because they're healthier. And I need to be an adult. Oh my god, the more I roll this, the more people are going to say rigged. Okay, Parado says, the Lucky Charms marshmallows are so good. I know, the way they crunch. Figgy sees, what's your favorite food like not cereal? My favorite pizza is pesto chicken pizza. 4. I'm not giving this die a good case to show that it's fair. 2. I'm going to spin it really hard. Wait, no, I need more room. Give me a room. Should I fold another one? No, I won't. I don't have time. You're going to get this die. Okay, that doesn't count because like it only stayed on the same 3 faces. 6. Okay, let me respond to more comments. Do you all have bran in America? I do not, because bran, what is bran? Pieces of grain husk separated from flour. Well, we have flour. When you first said bran, I was thinking of Spam. I don't know why. Okay, now that's not how you roll a die. 8. No, that's not our first 8. The first one was an 8. Remember, guys, 0 or 11. I forget what team. You guys chose teams for if you were on team 11 or team 8. No, team 0. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Let me respond to some questions. Animate says, man, it would be so cool to meet you in real life because it would just be awesome, but at the same time my life is hanging over lava because of corona. Yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic that coronavirus will, like, enough people be vaccinated by summer that the cases will go down to a point that we can start to return to normal. I don't know if that's true, but the fact there was no BFDI meetup in 2020 makes me sad. Saber says 11 will not concede. Zion BB says the more you roll, the more special an 11 or 0 will be. Um, oh, 6. Someone asked, what do you think of Friday Night Funkin'? I think it's a pretty cool revamped version of DDR, Dance Dance Revolution, which I played a lot as a kid. I know that there's a whole controversy going around about like edgy humor and like Newgrounds, because that's where a lot of game developers started, and like the creator saying like something about like genocide of like a certain race, or like genocide of like transgenders, and like it was an edgy joke. And I don't know how I feel about that. I think, you know, we gotta like forgive people if it was a long time ago and if they've changed, but I think it is a little disappointing to see, especially just given how hard transgender people like have had to fight, and like in 2021 this is still happening. He turned into marker. Team, did I type a 0 or 11 without noticing? 11. Okay, you know, we gotta keep rolling until we get one of them. 5. I guess I'll just keep rolling because, wait, someone calculate the probability that after like, oh, you guys, that was actually a 0. Like I'm not kidding. I think it probably looked like I was kidding because it landed off screen and then I dragged it over, but it did not rotate. So, Team 0 wins. Okay. I guess, what do I do now? Walt says, I'm in Australia and we were very lucky to not really have any issues with COVID here. Yeah, I've heard that like the number of cases Australia's had has always been like really low, single digits or something. So I am jealous, because here in California, I don't think there's been a single day since March that we haven't had over 1,000 cases. Something ridiculous like that. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this. Should I switch to something else? Double or nothing? Oh, hi Tartus 1995. Are we doing double or nothing? So are you saying whoever gets to two rolls wins? Are we going to do that? Team 0 scores 1 out of 2. So you need 2 points to win. Need 2. I don't know why I'm changing the rules. I shouldn't be changing the rules because then that shows which side I'm on. 10 just got a point. But I'm still shocked by how long it's taken to get in a single 11. Wait, that doesn't count. Oh! Are we done? I guess we're done. Has it? Okay, so 11. It's never done this. Almighty Amity asks, Carrie, have you been to Florida before? Yeah, I went to Florida when I was like 7 years old to visit Disney World, and like it was early enough in my life that it's kind of like a fuzzy memory, but I had a lot of fun. I've never liked roller coasters. Like I think the sensation is kind of like a little too much for me, but I had a lot of fun playing around with this. Like I remember I was in this water park area and they're squirting water over the pathway, and yeah, that was fun. Okay, Team 0 wins fair and square. All Team 11 members must be evicted from the universe. You guys, you need to leave. You lose, so you need to go. Okay, should I do more origami? Let's see, what else do I know how to fold? I don't want to get the paper cutter out, so maybe I'll fold. I know how to do a cube without any. Or do I? Shoot. It's gonna be a test. The thing is, for a dodecahedron, you need to have the ratio be exactly 4:3 for the math to work out, and like the standard 8.5 by 11 paper is not exactly 4:3. It's close enough to fool you, but it's gonna give you a dodecahedron that falls apart. So, oh, someone says, Sparkle Cake says, I have origami paper. Almighty Amity asked, is the channel name Jack and Jellyfy related to I Can Make a Difference? Well, that's interesting because I feel like we should make this story super clear at some point. So when Michael and I were really young, like 6 or 7 years old, like we came up with our own comic strips, and mine was called The Apples, which was like a fictional story of 3 people, or 3 triplets, and their last name was Apple, and their heads were shaped like apples. It was Jack Apple, Mac Apple, and Zach Apple. No, Apples. And then Michael's comic strip was 2 brothers, Jack Frew and Jellyfy Frew. And he picked the name Jack because that's a very common name in America. And, like, you know, we were like 6 or 7, so he didn't know any other names. Or how did he not know any other names? But he couldn't think of any other names. So he opened up Microsoft Word, and he said, like, Jack's brother's name is, and then he mashed the keyboard, and he had it autocorrect to the closest thing. So because, I don't know, his keyboard mash looked like the word Jellify, as in, so for something to turn into Jello, you know, he autocorrected it to Jellyfy, and he was like, whoa, that must mean it's a real name. So Jellyfy was the little brother's name. So Jack Frew is canonically 8 years old, which was like older than us at the time, which is crazy. And Jellyfy Frew is the little brother who was canonically 5 years old. And them together was Jack and Jellyfy. And that's where the username Jack and Jellyfy comes from. It's kind of funny because, like, we only ever made one video about Jack Frew. Okay, guys, I'm bringing out the big boys. Oh, Hexaflexagon! I could make one of those. Except I need to like make a triangular grid. Oh, wait. There is one Hexaflexagon that is flat. Like the one that Vihart taught in her videos is like flat on the paper. But the one that I know is like a bunch of tetrahedrons that rotate into each other, and those are a little harder to make, so I'm not really sure which one we're thinking of. I guess I could try making a. I'll make a flat hexaflexagon with these guys. Hexaflexagon. Parado says, you should tell a bedtime story before the stream ends. I guess I could tell you stories, and hopefully they're bedtimey enough. Although I don't know how long the stream is going to be, because if I'm up until 4 a.m., then that's still 2 hours away. Also, my plan was to finish this video I've been making. I could actually show you that it was supposed to be the history of Super Mario Brothers speedruns. I have a whole data set over here somewhere. What? This is data set. These are like entries into Super Mario Bros. And all that. So like this guy, Mini Land, has the world record in Super Mario Bros. And I was gonna like finish that video today, but I didn't have the energy. And then let's see, can I open it? Do I want to show you a sneak peek to a video before it comes out? Am I gonna do that? Speedrun Scraper. Speedrun Abacaba. Speedrun. I'll just play it. Okay. Sparkle Cake says, I'd love to say, but I just hit 4 a.m., so I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Yeah, feel free to leave whenever you need to, because if it's late and you should sleep, you should do that. Okay, anyway. You can only see part of this. This is what I'm working on. Oh, OBS is covering it up. Is it still covering it up? Can you see this? Is my thing covering it up? Yeah, I'm working on this. And it feels like there's so many things that don't... Oh, Cosmic just took first place. Whenever I'm working on these, I do so much perfectionism to make things right. Like I work on interpolation algorithms and like making sure that the margins are the exact pixel amount correct. But like, I mean, the concept of this video is done. I I just need to add some new stuff to it. So yeah, I don't even know why am I working on this, because I'm not that interested in Super Mario Bros. Speedrunning. Okay, I should read comments. Oh, Nikki Flawless says I better sleep as well. Good night. Good night, Nikki. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. Maybe I should just end now, or how do I make a hexaflexagon? I don't remember. Is it like... Oh, I need to make a triangle first. So to do that, I'll just eyeball it. Is this close enough? I have to say, I like making the dodecahedrons more because I'm so used to it that it's like second nature. I can just zone out when I'm doing it. Am I doing this right? Oh shoot, I don't think this is gonna be long enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough to go all the way around. Wait, maybe I will. No, I think I will. No, if I tuck this in... No, if I go this way... See, we're figuring this out together. And do that. And then... Okay, let's make this stream a Q&A so I'm always interacting with you. Good night to people who want to go to sleep. That was from Sarah and Tala. Good night to you as well. Okay, so... Here's my attempt at a hexaflexagon. I should tape that down, but there's no tape in this room. Oh, whatever. Music is Cool 1010 asks, do you have any advice for freshmen going into high school? I would say join clubs. Like, I think extracurriculars in high school are the most fun. And, like, I didn't join any clubs in high school until my junior year. And I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Like, if you want to know, I was part of the robotics club. This is going to sound so nerdy, but I was also in the, like, competitive math club. And, oh shit, this is, like, the nerdiest of the nerds. But what else was I in? I was in the orchestra. Oh my god, I'm not giving myself a good case here. How do I flex this thing? And basically, like, what I love about clubs is, you know, if your orchestra is good enough, you can, like, go places and play for people. And it's like the bus ride, you know, going down to, I don't know, Los Angeles and playing for the veterans is like a memory I will cherish forever. I did it. I just flexed it. Weird flex, but okay. That wasn't on stream very well, though. So if I do this... Wait, let me do it close to the camera. Really make you appreciate the mathematical beauty. I can't believe I got that to work because, like, I forgot how to make one, and now I just did it. So there we go. Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. See, it's not going to open up. I need to tape these down. Like, the little ends are coming apart at any moment. Now I'm going to look at this. Look at this. Look. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, it's falling apart. Walt says, Carrie be flexing, though. Shimon says, do you like baguette or Twow more? Twow, hands down. I feel like baguette never really got into a stable position because, I don't know, I kept changing the rules. And I feel like Twow just had a much richer community. So I made this. I know what else I can make. And you guys... If you know what this is, your mouth will be on the floor because you love it as well. As a kid, no, this is 2.5 inches. I'm gonna go with 2-inch strips. If you ever had tons of index cards as a kid and you didn't build blocks out of them, were you even a kid? That's what I have to ask, because I did this like every year of high school. Okay, maybe this is more a teenager thing, but every year of high school, like, some teacher would ask me to make index cards, you know, to memorize vocab or some boring garbage like that. And at the end of the year, I would have all these extra index cards with words on them that I didn't know what to do with, and I made blocks out of them. Okay, I should respond to comments. I keep forgetting to. Crunch says, I have 2 really easy assignments due soon, and my word count for my notes is more than the word limit. Well then, you are done, my guy. You are free to frolic and skip your homework. Okay, so I'm going to make 2-inch long strips. If I cut off my finger doing this, at least it'll be on stream and good content. This is kind of loud for 2 a.m., isn't it? I would make this less quiet if I could. Less loud. Oh, Frixie asks, have you heard of Everywhere at the End of Time? I have. My friend actually... I was talking to my friend and he actually mentioned it as something I should look into. It's like this 6-hour album that's supposed to represent dementia and what it's like to have all your memories go away as you age. These are not the same size. And it's really dark and it's really gloomy. But what's scary is that it could happen to all of us. And I've not listened to the whole thing. I've only listened to like analyses of it because it's spooky. And I don't know if I have the mental stamina to watch the whole thing. Oh, I almost cut myself. Okay, so before I make any more, let me show you what it means to make a block. So you have index cards. The aspect ratio doesn't really matter, but you put them up on top of each other like this. And then, okay, I'm going to answer questions. EpicMan 2024 says, when you made the first season of BFDI, did you think it would become how big it became? I mean, I think as kids, like you like to dream about like, you know, the most viral or successful it could be. So I mean, I definitely had dreams and visions that it would have like 1 million views or something. But I think back in like 2010, 2011, I knew that marble races were my cream of the crop, and like marble races just got way more views than BFDI. I remember even asking my IRL friends, like when Michael finished editing the audio for for episode 1, we found out it was 17 minutes. And our plan was for it to only be 8 minutes long, or 5 minutes, even 5 minutes. So we asked like our friends, would you watch a random cartoon on YouTube that's 17 minutes long? And most people said no, but I remember this one kid said yes. But I didn't like that kid very much. So like you would think that the one kid who said yes, I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm suddenly so hopeful. But I think me and that kid didn't get along, so it was not that exciting. Okay, hey Carrie, can you give me some advice for my object show? I'm getting kind of lazy and I need motivation. Yeah, that happens to me as well. What if you do... Shoot. I need to think of a clever idea. They're at a restaurant and they have to serve the best dishes, but the gimmick is the only ingredients are non-food. Like they have to make it out of concrete or dirt or plastic. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, anyway, so you guys, you can imagine how this is like 6 index cards turned into these little tables, I guess. You know, they're like tables. Now what you do is, on a cube, you sort of always put tab to flat edge. So it's sort of similar to the dodecahedron where everything starts to fall into place. Oh, Jess Gibson asks, how old were you when you hit 1 million views? I remember the marble race was my first video to hit 1 million views, and it happened right before I entered high school, so I would have been 14. Oh wait, you guys, I have proof. On Newgrounds, I got my first like viral hit on Newgrounds, and that was back in 2010. And I know I'm like freaking out about this more than other stuff, but the fact that I have proof of this is really cool. So I'm going through my, like, I have all my backups of old hard drives on my computer. So, oh, here we go. This is like the third oldest screenshot on my entire computer. Okay, wait. Oh, shoot. Windows wants to open on a different thing. Here it is. Okay, let me make my thing smaller. So this is the third oldest screenshot in my screenshots folder on my old hard drive. I am going to zoom in, so just give me a sec. So first thing to note, do you see the XP Windows... Wait, am I pointing in the right direction? This way. Windows XP, like UI with the toolbar, it's all Windows XP. How do I zoom in? The name of this file is 999996 views. Now look at this. Okay, so this was our Newgrounds username, Photoshop. You can see the inspiration from Homestar Runner. The thing that got 999999 views was The Scale of the Universe. It was posted January 23rd, 2010. This was all stuff that Michael typed and stuff like that. Where's the view count? I can't find it. Oh, here it is, 999996 views. And is there a date here? Well, I can right click. I can show you this. Oh, I'm already showing you this. March 22nd, 2010. So it was like right after my 13th birthday. And then the very next image is 100009 views. Like literally like 5 minutes later. And there it is, 1 million. This is also March 22nd, 2010, probably before most of you viewers were born. So you have to remember, back in those days, like very few things hit 1 million views. And like everything on Newgrounds that did hit 1 million views was like not kid friendly. That's all I'm gonna say. Newgrounds was not known for kid friendly stuff. Oh, random question. Millicent asks, on Twitter, I remember you telling me that the Yoil stew recipe was called Gam Gam's Tangy Fruit Punch, but I wasn't able to find it. Do you still have a link to it? I don't remember that. But have you guys seen that meme of Gam Gam's banana water? Like, it's a recipe for Gam Gam's... Like, Gam Gam is a grandma, right? But it's literally just microwaved water and banana peels. It's really gross. Okay, I'm going to build the cubes. And you'll be blown away by how cool it is. So you kind of do this where okay, I'm going to call it this edge at the top, the flat edge, and this part, the flap edge. So you put the flaps underneath the flat edge. Why did I pick two words that were... Okay, this is the empty edge. If it doesn't have a flap, it's an empty edge. So under the empty edge, you put two flaps of these two orange ones. And then wherever there's an empty edge, you put a flap over it. So like, imagine this guy coming in like that. And now that's more stable. And turn it around. On the other side, we take in a fourth guy. And you can see the flaps are aligning with the empty sides. The flaps always go on the outside. So if you're doing it right, every flap should be visible. Now, the sixth one is the hardest, but if you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. You have to sort of take these last two flaps, pull them up, to give yourself room, and put the sixth guy in. And then, like, you have to kind of be dexterous here. The last flap, you kind of push it down, crease it in place, kind of crunch things up, and there you go, you have a box. And it's not as sturdy as this guy. Like, this guy is thick. Like, oh my gosh, sturdy. I can, like, throw it around. It's not going to break, because it's, like, 4 or 5 layers thick. This thing is only 1 layer thick, so if you, like, press on here, it's going to, like, cave in. But I haven't shown you the biggest skill or advantage of making these guys. You can make multiple ones and link them together, and they bond really strongly. Okay, I need to answer more questions. Figgy C says, I remember my school used to be IE6, and I was like, why don't they have IE8? Lol, I miss Windows XP. I don't actually remember the difference between them all. I just remember that IE6 is the one that everyone hated, but it was like the most used. Like there was a point at which IE6 had like 90% of the market share. Okay, so I'm gonna make a couple more of these just to show you how to link these guys together. Oh, Peridot says, "Oh man, the nostalgia." Yeah, it's pretty crazy how dated this whole thing looks. You're just like looking around. Macromedia Flash, look at the bottom, Flash 8, and like these icons are all from 2010 or 2009. They're all rating 10 out of 10 on Scale of the Universe. I am flattered. I should hit them up and say, let's be friends. But yeah, so I was 13 to answer that question. Okay. Oh, Epic Man 2024 asks, what's your favorite Carrie KH video? I think it's hard to say because it changes over time. But I'm really happy with how the time travel video turned out. Because, like, I think the time travel video was, like, an idea I had in my head. And I was pretty confident someone else was going to do it if I didn't get to it first. So I made it happen. And the craziest thing is, it's been over 2 years and no one else has done it yet. So, like, what's going on? Or no one I know of. But the cool thing is, like, I love watching people doing it themselves and then getting rickrolled. Because that was the whole goal. And I'm glad it, like, as long as they recognize they got rickrolled, you know, I succeeded. Oh, Crunch says, well, I have to go now. Have a good time. Have a good night. Oh, they're probably gone. Okay. Aki asks, are you ever going to do a proper tutorial for making Scale of the Universe clone to something like Processing or Pygame? Yeah, I never finished that series because, like, back then I was new to OBS, and when I recorded that footage, the music of the Scale of the Universe was so loud it overpowered everything else, like me speaking, and like Michael and I tried to fix it by like filtering out the music, and it was like so tedious I didn't want to keep doing it. The thing is, that whole tutorial took 2 hours of real time, which isn't very long, so maybe like I could just start from scratch. I think that would honestly take less work. I could even just live stream it, because like the thing is, it's deceptively simple. Like if you just know how exponents work, it's like 10 lines of code. So, you know, compared to making a BFDI episode, it's probably like 1% of the work, so I'll probably do it. Oh, Animate says, did you see the video after the X one I made, the Pin Lost Royal City one? I haven't seen that one yet. It's got your cringe voice in it, though. Well, I have to check it out, because, I mean, your voice is not cringe, and like, I want to know. Edbert Wisely says, are you Chinese? What Chinese dialect do you speak? I am 100% ethnically Chinese, but growing up I only spoke English. And then in middle school and high school, I learned Mandarin Chinese, like, through a curriculum. And what's funny is in middle school, I learned Jiantizi, which is simplified characters. And then in high school, I had a Taiwanese teacher. So she taught, Fantizi, which is traditional. And in the end, like at the beginning I was like upset because I didn't want to learn all these very complicated characters. But in the end, I'm glad she forced us to learn it because, you know, it's easier to go from traditional to simplified than the other way around. Oh, someone says their message got deleted. I'm not deleting any messages, so I'm not sure what's going on. Solaris Penguin says, Carrie, do you have any plans to start TWOW Season 2? I've been excited to join a future season since 2016. I don't know how I feel about that. I think, like, TWOW needs, for me, like I feel like I have to sort of kind of just let it be an accomplishment, not accomplishment, like, let it be something that I'm proud I did at the time, but, like, I need to move on. Kind of like high school, you know? You do high school for 4 years and then you move on. I would make a season 2 if it was like only live streams or something, like as in, you know, I run the code to collect the voting results and then I reveal the results in a live stream, so it's like low stress. Okay, that sounds kind of contradictory. If it's live stream, then maybe it's high stress because you can't mess up. But just the idea that like it wouldn't be sort of a obligation hanging over me to animate this for like months. If I can just like get it over with now, then I would do it. But I don't know if people would watch a TWOW season that was only made of live stream results. Okay. So I've made 2 cubes, if you haven't noticed. I kind of like this color scheme. It reminds me of Construction. I can't really remember. Portal. Maybe it reminds me of Portal. So now here's how you interlock these. Oh, actually, let me respond to more comments. Millicent asks, did you ever end up making progress on the TM tool that you talked about back in 2016? No. So that was Michael's project to make a tool where you could animate object shows more easily. Let me make this bigger because you don't need to see anything else. Like, the idea is object shows all look the same. It's like when you animate an object show arm, there's like a specific way you want it to look, and going through Flash and creating all these movie clips and stuff is tedious. So TM was supposed to automate all that. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how to put 2 things together, so there's this. You can see if I go like, okay, it's like when a little box is born, like it asks, "Mommy box, how are new boxes born? How do you create new boxes?" And then she's like, when a mommy box and a daddy box, I'm not gonna say it. But you can see like, one of them is horizontal, one of them is vertical. Okay. Bellissimo asks, what's with the Jelly Python evolution you streamed? That's a project I'm still working on. I want to finish it, and like, I just haven't had the motivation. It will become a Carrie KH video when it's done. UTF asks, hey Carrie, do you know what Michael uses for making music? I'm not entirely sure. I think it exists, but then as soon as it starts to fall into place, like, they start to latch on harder and harder. So anyway, you can see I'm like holding this, I'm shaking it, and the bottom one is not moving because they're linked. Like, look at that, that's so cool. So if I keep making cubes, I can build any structure I want. It's like Minecraft, but in the real world. And it's only made with index cards and like paper. How cool is that? Anyway, I could switch to a different color now, I guess. Oh, is it lagging? Wait, I still see it on my side. Oh, hi, Me Too Comparisons. I know you are in Japan, so for you it must be like afternoonish or maybe evening, because it's 2:30 a.m. right now. I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's not good. Solaris Penguin asks, Carrie, what's your favorite and least favorite BFB characters? I don't think it's... I try not to show favoritism for any characters, because then people will be like, oh, you only put that team up for elimination because you want them eliminated. And I don't want those accusations to happen, so I don't really pick favorites. I think this is like what I've been saying since like 2011. But since the season's almost done, I don't know, I could say I like Ruby because of her personality. I dislike Yellowface because his name is not good. Or no, okay, I know his name is fine, obviously. And like, I think when he was created in 2010, the term didn't exist. But I think nowadays, the act of a non-Asian person trying to look more Asian is called yellowface also. So I think that's an unfortunate coincidence. And by the way, I didn't name Yellowface. Yellowface was just a nameless, silly, goofy commercial host. Oh, I'm not done cutting. And when we had voting for who should be in the second season of BFDI, people just kept commenting, I want Yellowface to be in the show. And I'm like, who is that? And then I figured they want the yellow guy who shows up in the commercials. Botan Strauss asks, hey Carrie, any ideas for Python LCD folder navigation? It would be for a school project. What is LCD folder navigation? I definitely think that I need to learn a lot more about like ways in like to make Python files talk to each other, because way too often for me, I just write everything in one giant Python file, and then when I share it on GitHub, everyone's like, I don't know how to read this. Do you mean LCD as in like liquid crystal display? Because that would be pretty cool. I made that Snake game back in 2016. That's still on my channel. Edbert Wisely says, hey, Carrie, I'm going to go now. I live in Indonesia, so I got to go to sleep. Oh, so I'm not going to sleep. Okay, well, goodbye. It was nice seeing you. Oh, LCD, like a settings navigation. Oh, go for it. I think I enjoy projects that you can see in the real world. Why did I choose boring colors? It's gray and brown. Whatever. It gives me, I don't know, less is more. That's what I'll say. Peep says, hey, Carrie, just want to let you know that your BFDI series is the main reason my comic series is going to celebrate its 13th anniversary this year. Whoa, wait, Peeps, that means you've been around for a very long time. 13th anniversary this year? So 2008 is when it started? Okay, anyway, that's cool. Michael says, Ruby got robbed just like Pencil. Oh, when she got eliminated? Well, the voters decided, and that's what happened. Oh, Fluter says, hey, Carrie, can you recommend a character to appear in my show? Most certainly. I would like your show to have, how about, oh shoot, it's hard to be creative on the spot. You know what I mean? How about you make, price tag 2, and price tag 2, instead of speaking with emoticons, speaks with dollar signs. I don't know what that means, but it's up to interpretation. These are not accurate enough. Okay. I have all these little strips of paper that are the wrong dimensions just sitting everywhere. Okay, Walt asks, if you don't mind answering, what is going to happen with all the characters in the BFB when it ends and Teapot is going to be... Oh, that's... you're going to find out when the episode comes out, so I can't spoil it yet. Slice. Annoyed Art 1256 says, hi, I'm Art 1265 and I make advanced Scratch projects. I was wondering, did you see Scratch before? Did you use Scratch before? If so, then when did you use Scratch? So I've known about Scratch since 2011 when... Actually, I want to make videos about this. In 2011, I was part of this Google coding summer camp. I don't know what you would call it, but it was called CAPE. And it stood for Computing and Programming Experience. And they taught people who didn't know how to program, like, tools. So they taught us Scratch, but they also taught us processing, as well as, like, how to develop Android apps and all that. But I think, I don't know if this is, like, I shouldn't toot my own horn, but I already knew how to program by that point, or at least I knew how to make Flash games. So, like, when they started teaching Flash, they started teaching Scratch. I thought it was cool, a cool concept, but I don't know if this is my elitism showing, but I'm like, I don't need this. I'll just stick with Flash. So I never actually got that deep into Scratch. LY cubing. Oh, hey, a speed cuber, I think. I want to speed cube. Or I want to stream myself speed cubing. Says, you should stream yourself playing through Celeste. I think that'd be really cool. I made a whole video about Celeste, but I've never actually played it myself. Ardiat Mardika says, how long will TWOW last? And will there be... Oh, Teapot last, and will there be any twist to speed up the season? I ponder very much. Well, again... Teapot is a different branch of the show that, like, I don't want to have control over. Like, you know, I want to have control over my show, which I guess is BFB or something, and then, like, yeah, so I don't want to answer questions about that. Solaris Penguin says, Carrie, would a show based off of anthropomorphic colors be a good idea? I think that's a really good idea, and what's really cool is that people have sort of done that with algae cosathlons. Like, they make those videos with the physics simulators of athletes, and each athlete is a color, but then they have these little gags where they show off their personality and they interact and have conversations. One thing I don't really like about all the algae cosathlons is that everyone names them algae cosathlon day one, so it's like impossible to search for one of them and know whose it is. So I kind of wish that they would have different names, but that's only a minor pet peeve. Michael asks, so are you involved in Teapot at all besides voice acting? I would say that's pretty much it, besides maybe large story elements, but I really don't want to reveal anymore. Yeah, I guess I didn't put it in this stream, but I think the goal of this stream is not no BFDI, but like non BFDI discussions would be preferred. Not that I BFDI is okay. It's just that Lazy KH is a non BFDI related channel. Yeah, what I was gonna say is the way I would break things down is that Jack and Jellyfy is for high quality BFDI stuff. A Humany is for the low quality BFDI stuff. Carry KH is for my high quality non BFDI stuff. And Lazy KH, which is where you are now, is for low quality non BFDI stuff. Akari Insco said, how long did it take you to make that masterpiece of a thumbnail? I actually don't even remember what the thumbnail looks like. I remember. It was... Oh! Maybe like 2 minutes. It's lovely, though. What about Zach Bone? Well, we haven't uploaded to Zach Bone in a long time, but that's supposed to be... videos from my childhood, like 10, 15, 20 years ago. Me Too Comparisons asks, were you about to fold a dodecahedron? I don't even know how to. Oh, I did. It's here. That's what the first half of the stream was. I could do another one, but I probably won't do it during this stream. Yeah. Okay, I'm almost done with a third cube now. If you get really good at this and you don't like talk to other people while you're doing it, you can like make one in a minute. It's so fast. Come on, focus, guys, focus. Okay. UTF says 2 minutes for that Mona Lisa of a thumbnail. Whoa. Are we looking at the same thumbnail? Because my thumbnail is pretty bad. Okay, what shape should I make? I don't know. I'll make maybe like a zigzag. I'll try a zigzag. RDM says, say, Carrie, what do you think about the possible application of AI and computer science in global warming prevention and climate repair? I think that's a really interesting concept. Maybe like dealing with invasive species or something, because I think, invasive species is like more of a problem than people realize. And it's like impossible to get rid of them easily, but maybe AI can help us like hunt down each one in its location. Or reforesting places by like finding the best locations to fire tree seeds into the ground. I feel like AI could come in handy there because the optimal place to plant a tree might not be obvious to a human. You have to look years and years in advance. Ooh. Okay, we have an L. Look how sturdy that is. It's a heart, because I love you. No. Well, yes, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Heart, love, hooray. So wholesome. Shimon asks, what's the last thing you ate? I ate a burger my dad made me, but that was like 6 hours ago, so I should eat something else. Anime says, I've watched a lot of your streams, and your room or wherever you are in the house, I'm guessing it's your room, looks very nice, and I know it's a very random question, but still. Oh, this room with the, like, rug? This actually used to be called The Study, and then when I moved into college, my dad set up his workstation here. And it's not my bedroom, but when I came back for the pandemic, I don't know, like, maybe I was kind of cruel in doing this, but I was like, I want to be in the study, and you can work downstairs, so I put my computer up in the study. Perdo asks, what's your favorite color? Singular color? I don't know. I used to say lavender. But now, I think I'll have to go with, I don't know. Every color that shows up on this dodecahedron is my favorite. Ardiatma Mardika asks, why did Stanford rip up your diploma? Seems a bit weird. They didn't actually, so... The video where I asked, did Stanford rip up my diploma? They didn't actually. Oh, it's me. Oh my god. I'm only gonna show my mouth because my this is gonna be how it is. Wait, no, I need to show you my origami though. The paper shreds was just the shipping sort of padding for my stole, and a stole is like a scarf thing that you wear during graduation. So that for some reason they mailed me a stole, which I don't understand because I already graduated. But then like a week later, then they mailed me the diploma, and that was not ripped up. Oh, Vitamin 227 says you don't look bad for 2 a.m. Oh, I'll show you bad. Bad. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, thank you, I guess. No, you already know what my face. Oh my god, I just saw that show up on the live stream. Oh my god. Shimon says, I got stuck on stream for 1 hour and a half, but I don't even mind. Oh, sorry for wasting your time. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. LOL. But I think, yeah, that's what happens with these live streams sometime. You get absorbed. I'm not even playing a game. Or even making a game. Anthony P asks, have you ever thought about playing Dungeons and Dragons? Let me know. I have never played it, but I've heard it's like a good way to like make new friends or something. So like once we can start intermingling in public again, I think it would be cool to have a D&D pro lead me through it. Where should I add the 4th cube? If I put it here, then it's like fully in 3 dimensions. Do you think that would look good? Wait, let me wait for the chat to respond. What shape should I be creating? I have no idea. Phantom Infinity, oh my gosh. I remember you from TWOW days, so you've been around for a while. Asks, what did you think of the Perseverance Mars rover landing? It was awesome. I have to say, I was like a huge astronomy nerd back in elementary school. Like I memorized all of Jupiter's moons, and like I don't know them anymore, obviously. And I'm kind of sad because like nowadays I don't have that much enthusiasm for like anything, and I feel like school environments tend to be the places where I see like classmates talking about like these cool space endeavors, and I sort of need those to sort of like remind me to watch these cool historic events. You know, it's like I know they're really, really cool, and I know that I should be tuning in, but sometimes I need to remind people need to remind me to do it. Z block and Tetris. Okay, someone online says we're doing a Z block and Tetris. Perdo says, a fellow astronomy nerd. I've been getting into astrophotography a lot lately. I have a bunch of sick photos of the moon. Oh, wait, that's really cool. Like, I've only taken photos through my phone and they look horrible. But, yeah, I always feel like I am hesitant of taking astronomy photos because I figure someone else somewhere in the world is going to do it much better than me. But that's not a good reason to hesitate. Lollygaggerer256 asks, have you tried Kerbal Space Program? I haven't. No, I have for a very short period in 2012, back when I have this unfinished project on my computer. So you know how I made Scale of the Universe? Oh, by the way, there's our Z-shape Tetris block. So in 2012, I was obsessed with Scale of the Universe. So I made an unfinished animation, and it's called Scale of the Kerbal Space Program Planets. And it's like halfway done. I don't think I'll ever finish it, but that's how into it I got. I was more interested in comparing the sizes of the planets than actually playing the game. Ardiatma Mardika says, I'm a script creator for an object show called Battle for Jupiter. Can you vote when the first season comes out? I'll try to. I don't want to guarantee anything because like sometimes, you know, life gets busy and then I forget, but I will try to remember. So Battle for Jupiter when the first episode comes out. Okay. I'll try to make a mental note of that. Lukeo Super asks, when I was trying to do a Flash game, it was really hard to find a good tutorial. How did you learn to code in Flash? I have to say that like my brother and I sort of learned Flash together, like as one. So every time I had a question, I asked him, and every time he had a question, he asked me. So that's sort of like a privilege that I know not everyone has. It was a lot more trial and error than it was tutorials, I'll tell you that. Like a lot of my early games were made in the worst ways possible because I wasn't following a tutorial. But like, I don't think anyone should want to make Flash games anymore. Yeah, Akash Agrawal says, "Isn't Flash dead?" Yeah, it's dead. Do I have a Twitch? Yeah, my Twitch is CarryKH, like the same as my main channel. Oh, is my quality dropping? Oh well. I'm not sure why. Well, as long as you can see the overall shapes of these things, like you can still see that this is a Z shape. But I stopped streaming on Twitch when I realized I get more viewers on YouTube. Like, I got over 1,000 concurrents on my Roblox stream, which I was like shocked by. Of course, I promoted it more than I would on Twitch. But on Twitch, I get like 20 viewers, which I mean, it's still a lot, but I just felt like most of my audience isn't even here. Bellissimo says, will you do more coding live streams, please? I actually want to do that more because I think as a 23-year-old, I find more fulfillment in coding something that's useful than making BFDI streams. So, like, you know, Bellissimo, you and I, you know, we have the same interests. But I think, like, I'm streaming twice a week with Catherine, like, with the BFDI fans. So, like, sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time. But who knows? I think next time I want to start finishing up the Jello Evolution Simulator, I'll stream it. Music is cool says, who are your favorite streamers? I actually don't really watch streams. I don't know if I'm being like really picky, but I guess I only watch content that's been edited or something. Figgy C asks, I wonder what would happen if you stream on CarryKH instead of Humany or LazyCage. See, the thing I'm like, okay, I'm going to be revealing something very vulnerable and private about me. Okay, not really. CarryKH, like, it's had so many videos that pull in subscribers from different areas. Like, I remember when I made the, like, lowest graphics game video, like, I gained, like, 10,000 subscribers, and, like, none of them knew about my previous history. That every time I upload anything, I'll, like, lose 100 subscribers, like, in the first hour. And, like, that's okay, because, like, in the long term, I'll gain them all back as the video grows. But I feel like if I were to stream, that effect would be even worse because, like, it's even lower tier. So that's why I'm scared of doing it, you know? It's like, I'm already scaring off people. I don't want to do it even more. Wait, I didn't even ask you guys where this fifth block should be. I could make an M, the R Pentomino. Hey, are you guys fans of Conway's Game of Life? Because if you are a fan of Conway's Game of Life, this guy should give you huge flashback memories. We can make a P. P for press like and subscribe. We can make a long Z, because we love long things. We can make a 3D shape. This is like extending to third dimension. It's not even a letter. Oh, someone online asks, Carrie, what did you use to make old Mandelbrot zooms? So, actually I can type this. I used Fractal Extreme. You can actually still get Fractal Extreme. Fractal Extreme 64-bit. So I actually downloaded the software like a couple months ago because I wanted to make a video explaining how to find shapes in the Mandelbrot set, but it was too much work, so I gave up. But the code is so old that like if you want the purchase to go through, you actually have to email the original creator and he'll give you like a license link. 3D. Okay, RDM says 3D Ascend. Nearia Ato says 3D Pentamino. Null person says I'm on team plan ahead. No, we're doing one at a time. We are small-brained monkeys. We don't think ahead. Okay, that would be 3D. What about that? Actually, I don't know. It's gonna look so like haphazard if it's 3D. I'll just do it here. We're doing it here, okay? Yays or nays? Okay, say yay if you like this or nay if you don't like this. Do you like this? Okay, I'll just wait. I'll just answer some questions. Port the Second asks, Carrie, are you interested in weather? Not particularly. Like, you mean whether it's like sunny or rainy or stormy? Like, I live in a very temperate place where it doesn't snow, it doesn't get super super hot, there's no storms. Well, there's some storms, but like they're very mild. So okay, everyone's saying yay. I'm just gonna attack. Oh, so many yays! Oh my god, I love all these yays. Every yayer, I like you. Peridot, RDM, Figgy C, Null Person, Animate Michael, Auto Steven, Phantom Infinity, Fiery Does Stuff, Level O Wool, Sarah Antala. Okay, you know I can't say you all, but you all said yay, so I'm gonna do it. Wait, let me look at a new question. I know people still want voice requests, but I'm not gonna do it because it's 2 a.m. and it would be too loud. Shimon asks, do you plan on doing anything with HTML5? I'm not sure, because like when Flash started dying in like 2010, everyone was like, HTML5 is the safer alternative. But I never felt like HTML5 was as comprehensive as Flash. Like you couldn't open like a program and like just start drawing in it and like animate it right away, you know? I felt like HTML5 was more like you have nothing to start with. So nowadays, I don't know what people use to make browser games. Like I know people can use Unity, but it feels like there's a lot of overhead. So I guess I wanted to ask you guys maybe, like if you are game developers and you're making games for the 2020s, like what software do you even use? Like I just haven't had the best experiences with Unity. Some people say Godot or Godot. I don't know. You can make some really cool stuff with Vue.js or React. Oh, this is from Mason Daniels. Yeah, I had to learn React for a school project in my senior year, so I know a little bit. I think I could... Unity mostly. Unity games work for me on Chrome. Yeah, that's true, they do. The thing I'm just most worried about, and maybe you can prove me wrong, is that if you just make an empty Unity project and save it, doesn't it end up being like 20 megabytes or something? Oh, thoughts on using mouse to draw. This is from SP4. I did not get a drawing tablet until 2019. So everything in BFDI, well, everything that I've ever done in BFDI is drawn with the mouse. So just, you know, that means I think you can do it. Okay, I guess I'll cut this guy up. Port the Second asks, or you're also Solaris. Carrie, have you ever used Linux before? Yeah. Oh, I know how to get reviewers. I have a pen plush. Okay, I'll just put this guy on the side. This is gonna attract viewers. Yeah, I've used Linux. So before 2017, no, what am I saying? I had a partition on my computer where half of it was Windows and half of it was Ubuntu. But then I tried to like install stuff on the Ubuntu partition, and like I had to uninstall other stuff, and then like I uninstalled so much that like I can't log into Ubuntu anymore. And now I just have given up on any opportunity of that partition coming back because I didn't have anything important. Okay, here we go. Pen guillotine. Oh, should we? Guys. Wait. This is a sharp blade that cuts. Oh my god, you guys. Is this even like safe for work? Pen. Do you have any final words? Oh my god, I'm scared. Guys, I don't... Ah! No. Ah! Oh my god, what did Pen do to deserve this? Okay, chat, what... Okay, say why or why not you think Pen deserves the slice. Okay, so someone says this is what happens when you get eliminated. 3 a.m. Carrie be like, "Viva la revolution!" Yes, Pen needs to be punished. I don't know if I can do it. Like, it's touching now. No, okay, you're spared. I just can't do it. Like, just the thought that this is my only Pen plush right now. You know, if I really cut him in half, I won't have another Pen plush. I could cut off his arm though. Like, that would be okay. No, I can't do that. Like, I can't. It would hurt him. Okay, I'm gonna just like go back to what I was here to do, which is make more cubes. I should keep this on screen so that people know that this is an origami stream. this here as well. I need to like, how do I get more stuff in this screen at once? Okay, I'm gonna put this paper clear away. Walt says, Penn deserves the slice because he said my mama not cool. When did he say that? I have all these squares that are useless now. If you cut him in half... Oh, I could make a character H cube if I... Like, the orange looks kind of like the top, and then the beige looks like the sides. Okay. So we need to put the pen plush here. This... Okay. Vinos says... Do you have any advice for a high school programmer wannabe that knows how to code pretty well but has no inspiration to code? I don't know. I guess like when I'm going about my daily life online and there's something that's a little annoying and there like an inconvenience, but there's like a cool way I could... No, actually no, that's not how I come up with inspiration. I don't really know. Because here's the thing, I think I have the opposite problem, because I have like way too many ideas to have time to complete them all. But then I'm not a very good coder. And actually this was the other thing I was going to rant about when I started this like stream, is like on Abacaba I made a 10-part tutorial on how I coded the animated bar graph. And like there's so many more comments than I was expecting of people like... I should have expected this, but like essentially critiquing my programming abilities, which, you know, they're totally allowed to do. You know, freedom of speech, and also criticism is not hate. But like, they kept saying things like, you know, your coding style and use of global variables is horrendous, and like, how have you gone this far in life without learning how to like deconstruct? And I'm just like, I made this tutorial because people asked for it, and like, do you guys want it or not? And I sort of felt like, you know, I clicked on the channels of all the people who like said these things, and like they haven't posted any data visualization videos. And I guess how I feel, I know this is going to be controversial, but I feel like if you're going to like criticize, I want to see what you can do. Like, I want to see you excelling at what you think I could excel at. Because here's the thing, like, I don't think anyone else is really making coronavirus graphs in exactly the same way I have. And I feel like, you know, why can't you just like first admit that, and also, you know, if you want to do it better, then let me see it. Because like it's always the people with like 0 videos and like no subscribers that say things like that. Oh my god, someone is filling up the chat. Should I block? Oh, I don't know. I can't block someone, but if you commented 8 times in a row, I have to block you. I'm sorry. Oh, did I hide you? I think I hid you. I had to. It was painful. Oh, Len Fan says, it sucks when you have inspiration but no motivation. Yeah, I agree. So I would say like there's 3 pillars to... Maybe there's 4. I would say there's 4... No, 3. I'll let me count when I say them. To like making a project come to life, you need the skills, like that's the most obvious, but you also need the inspiration and the motivation, and I guess like the last would be like a platform, as in like I don't know, if you can post it to a place where you know like lots of people will see it, then that means it'll, you know, have a lot more impact. But anyway, when I was like younger, I would say ages 11 or even like 8 through 15 or 16, I felt like I had limitless motivation and inspiration. Because like I would just be coding all day, like after finishing my homework, of course. And, you know, I feel like I made so many things back in like 2011 and 2012 that sort of baffles me. And nowadays, like, I still have the inspiration, but I don't have any motivation. Like, as in, like, I'm just tired all the time. Like, maybe that's just what happens when you get older and your metabolism slows down, but I'm like, I just want to sleep most of the time now. Even though, like, I have all these ideas where it's like, wouldn't it be cool if this project was on your website, usually, like in the past, that would be enough to like get me out of bed and like code for 12 hours, but now I get tired too easily. I thought I blocked this person. Okay, whatever. RDM says the starting of a project is generally the hard part. Yeah, I agree. I feel like if it's a coding project, like the first day of working on the project will have the most impact on how the project goes, but it's also the hardest to tell yourself to do. It's like laying down the foundation. You know, obviously it's going to be the most impactful. Okay. Well, it says, personally, I disagree. You should be allowed to criticize even if you're worse than the person you're criticizing. Not all movie. Okay. So I know that there's been this debate about like you don't have to be a movie producer to be a movie critic, but like in response to that, I would say the people who are famous movie critics also have the skill of being good at criticizing movies. Like if you haven't proven your merit in either making movies or criticizing movies, then you're just like a random person. And like I guess it's like, you know, either way, if you want to have a seat at the table, you have to prove your own worth there. I mean, like, of course you can always say whatever you want to say. Like, of course you can, like, even if you're just like 5 years old, you can say like, I don't like this movie because XYZ. But like what I'm saying is like to be taken seriously and to be like given a louder voice at the table of discussion, I think you have to like prove why your voice is more worthy to be heard than like most other people's. And I think a lot of people who like criticize like, oh, you use Java instead of Rust or something else, it's like, can you just make a YouTube video and then tell me like whether that really matters? So that's how I feel. Some dude says, what about projects that feel out of your league? When you lack the skills you need for the project, that puts another roadblock in your way. Yeah, I've felt that as well. Like there's a lot of, especially when I was younger and I didn't know anything about like internet connection. Like I wanted to make a lot of massively multiplayer games, but I felt like I had to rely on either Michael or just like a company to do it for me. Well, not a company. Like what I mean is I wanted to make a, you know, Club Penguin. Michael and I wanted to make a version of Club Penguin. Wait, is this where I want to put this? Oh yeah, you can see my router. Yeah. Oh, Walt, I also want to say that, like, yeah, we're allowed to have different opinions. So I agree that your opinion is, like, has merit and has legs to stand on. And I think, you know, I'm also defending mine. So, you know, that's what's cool about discussion. We can agree to disagree. Yeah. Oh, Mason Dana says, who would criticize using Java instead of Rust? I kind of like, that was just an example I gave. I guess like, I made this other LazyKH video where I was trying to say that, you know, to make an evolution simulator and to have coded it in Java and to have people, like the first thing a lot of people would say is just ew Java, feels analogous to if you write a novel such as Harry Potter and everyone criticizes you for using Comic Sans as the font. I mean, sure, that is kind of funny and like jokey and like worthy of poking fun at, but you know, the content of the book and like the storyline and the characters are all the same nonetheless, in the same way that I think the evolution simulator still, you know, shows off kind of traits and phenomena of evolution, whether or not it was made with Java or like anything else. So that's why I think, like, I wish people would just say like, oh, like, that's really cool. I think evolution in a computer game, that's a really cool concept. And like, what if you tried adding, you know, geographic separation or sexual reproduction? Like that, I think is more constructive than just like talking about how bad my like commenting syntax is. Oh, why did I do that? That's like the worst location to put a new box. Port the Second says, Carrie, is it worth it using Python? I would say like nowadays. Oh, by the way, I'm going to take this off. This is the first time you've ever seen two blocks get separated. They're separated. I think Python is really useful. Like, maybe it's just me, but these days I think like 80% of my projects are in Python, and like, it's just because like you can like open up a command prompt and then hit enter, and then like you can essentially do anything. You can, write files. You can connect to the internet. You can, do whatever you want. And I know it's not as fast as other things, but like, to me, the speed of computation is not as important as the ease of use on the programmer, especially when computers are so fast these days. Epic Man 2024 says, what's your favorite Lazy KH video? I mean, Lazy KH videos aren't my favorite work anyway, because they are lazy. I think the video where I'm talking about like, I'm cool with derivative works of my projects, because I feel like I run into too many conversations where I feel like I'm answering the same thing over and over. So I'm glad I have that video out there, so that if anyone asks me that again, I can just link them to my video. Yeah. So now I have 6. Oh, this is actually kind of an interesting shape, because like, if you look at the top, it's an L shape pointed towards me. But if you look at the bottom, it's an L shape pointed towards you. And they're connected at their midpoints, which means that this is actually rotationally symmetrical. So if I hold it like this, and then rotate it like that, it looks exactly the same, I think. Does it? Yeah, I think it does. Stelvio Souza says, Carrie, who is Jack and who is Jellyfy? Oh, I did talk about this like earlier in the stream. I guess, you might have shown up more recently than that. But I guess I'll answer it really quickly. My brother and I, when we were really young, we had like fake comic strips that we created for fun. And his was about an older brother and a younger brother. Older brother's named Jack. Younger brother, he couldn't come up with a name, so he keyboard mashed in Microsoft Word. It auto-corrected to the word Jellyfy, so he picked it. Jellyfy is the younger brother. So the two brothers together are called Jack and Jellyfy, and that's the name of Michael's comic strip. Wait, people are asking for my favorite color again? Lavender, I don't know. Oh, Adam says this chat is... Why do people say chat is dying? Like, I'm literally on my 5th largest YouTube channel because I don't want an active chat. I think, having it be cool and calm and collected is what I'm going for. Yeah. I think I'm going to end the stream now because it's been so long. It's been 2.5 hours. What should I do before I sign off? I guess I'll just show everything I made. So I made this thing. I made the Dodecahedron, which I was rolling earlier in the stream. And I made this Hexaflexagon, which is probably like my ugliest creation. I made a planet version. Cool Win Games video says, I made a planet version of you. It looks like Jupiter, but with a bigger red spot. Oh, well, thank you for creating artwork of me. I guess I have a big red spot on my jacket right now. You can't see it, but there's red. Yeah. Bye, Stelvio. Bye, UCrashGD. Oh, Sarah Antalya says, it's been 2 hours now. Yeah, I'm impressed with the people who stuck around the whole time. I mean, I kind of expected most of the viewers would like just pop in for like 10 minutes and then leave because, this is just, a relaxation stream, I guess. Yeah, I'm really proud of this, though. This brought back a lot of memories from high school, I have to say. Yeah. Oh, bye, Peppermint. Take care. This is a very cool stream. Good night, RDM. Hope you stream again. I probably will at some point. Walt says the stream was fun. You're such a fun person. Oh, thank you, Walt. Best of luck and good night. Music is cool says, what have you been doing to stay positive during the pandemic? Not much. I'm a very negative person. Just kidding. I think like trying out new video games with friends is nice because like it's like you can't explore the real world right now, so you gotta explore the inner world. Yay. Hope there's more content like this more often. Oh, I think that's really cool because like I get worried about streaming too often because I think if I streamed every day, people would be like, I can't watch all of these, Carrie. Not that you have to, but if I stream like once a month, then you can for sure hit them all. Show my face? Wait, no, I'm not ready for that. Wait, how do I look right now? Let me see. I'm using my phone to see what I look like. Ugh. Ugh, I can't do it. Well, I can do it for like a second. Well, I mean, you know what I look like, so that's not a surprise, right? Okay, I'm gonna turn it back down. Oh, you can see my phone. Oh my god, you can see yourself. This is the webcam I've been using. Okay. Yeah, Pen has been spared. I'll cut him open later. Okay. Yeah, I know there's some trolls in the chat, but I'm just gonna ignore because like it goes by fast enough, I think. Yeah, when the next stream happens, I will cut him in half. Well, okay, no, I won't guarantee it, but there's a high probability because, I don't know. He's been a very naughty pen, and chopping needs to happen. Okay. Every time I say goodbye on a stream, I feel like it goes on for another 15 minutes because I don't want to like forget anything. But I'm probably gonna click end stream. Bye everyone. I had a really fun time just like talking. I'm glad there's like no donations because I don't like feel pressured to like do things. Like I can just ignore or listen to if I want to. Bye someone online. Bye Peeps40. Bye Parado. Bye Vitamin227. Bye ClankX. Bye Kevin Siebert. Oh, thanks for reporting the problematic message. Bye Raiden, Antanas, X, Science, Della Rosa, and Marie. Bye. Oh, Dirtmine has the same webcam as me. Bye not. This bye chorus that happens at the end. Bye Anna. Bye Anno Chung. Bye Andy. Adam Al-Qaidi. Bye Animate. Bye Val. Bye Figgy C. Oh, you should add one or two moderators. I will. I added like 30 moderators to Humany, so I'll use a few of those here too. Good night, SP4. Bye Trenny FS. Bye Sean Ordonez. Bye Epic Man 2024. Bye Me Too Comparisons. Bye. Oh, thank you for wishing me a good rest. Bye Hugh Smat Gaming. Bye Some Dude. Bye Bellissimo. Bye Lewis. Bye Lucayo Super. Bye. I need to just. I might just like cut it off. I know. The bye segment has been going on for 10 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna click the button. So here with 3, 2, 1.